to God.
First of all, give our honor and praises to God of Israel. First of all, I give our honor and praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to the one who sits and rides on the highest place of the earth. Only this honor and this glory I say unto you, the throne of my forefathers, ancient Hebrews. Shabbat shalom, shalom aleichem.
Shabbat shalom, shalom lecha.
Today we want to start out the Holy Sabbath day. The Holy Sabbath day. And we're going to start out.
What?
We're going to start out today. We're going to start out today in Genesis 1:29, right? 1:29. You already do that, right? But before we go there, I read one place in the Old Testament that God said, He said, to seek the ancient path, the old path where your fathers walked. He said, look for that path. And the only place I know available for us to find that path is in the King James Old Version of the Bible, Old Testament of the Bible. It's the only place I know. It's the only place I know. My brothers can't show me because they don't know the path. Nobody knows the path. You have to seek it. Like God says, seek it. You sometimes have to look for it. And he said, and when you find it, when you say you look for it, He'll show you. And someone else part of the book, he said, if you seek the Lord with all your heart, then you do what? You will find him. You will find him. But there's nobody looking for him. Nobody. Everybody looking for what they want. Not gonna let you be around niggas like that, man. I don't give you my sons, yo. As I told you, son, the only thing I missed you here is that God made my eyes dim. You hear me? If my eyes wasn't dim, I stand before God. I'm not here with y'all, man. But y'all are fake. You're not real. If you don't practice what you preach, if you've been into this 40 years and better, you're BS. You ain't gonna never do this. You ain't gonna never do it. I don't like to be around people like that because you're treacherous. That makes you treacherous. That makes you treacherous before God. And if you don't, I'm not afraid. You're not afraid, nigga, to be treacherous before God. Who are you afraid? Who are you afraid? You're gonna be afraid of Father? You're gonna be afraid of mother? You ain't scared of God? You're not afraid? You're not afraid of God. You lift up your knees against your Father. So in order for us to find what we do, in order for us to find that path, see what I need to do to walk there in that right. In order for us to find that path and walk therein, we have to be what? Truthful. You can't be a liar. See, thou shalt be perfect with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You can't go around believing stupidness. Before I go into I see what I said, Genesis 1:29, right? So before I go there, you go read. You know what you want to go. You want to read? Go to Exodus 19. You hear me?
Yeah.
When the trumpets blow louder and louder, louder and louder. You know that, Jeff? Is 19?
19. Thank you.
Bombs, you know, nuclear, this is nuclear bombs.
Verse 19.
Verse 19.
Exodus 19, verse 19.
Exodus 19, verse 19.
And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long,
When the voice of the trumpet sounded long,
and wax louder and louder.
And wax louder and louder. Now, who was blowing the trumpet? The angel was blowing the trumpet. Not no man. Not no man. You see, the voice of the trumpet sound loud, and the wax louder and louder. Read.
Moses spake, and God answered him by
Moses
a voice.
spoke, and God answered him by a voice. So, you hear the trumpet waxing louder and louder, right? Those trumpets not going today. What is wrong with people? All these people so stupefied and dumbfounded that you can go believe in this crap talking about they heard it all in Arizona, Missouri, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and these da 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 da. You hear the trumpet. What trumpet? Ain't no trumpet blowing today. God ain't blowing no trumpet today. The world is wicked. And he hates wickedness. So he hates the world. So, you know what I'm saying? For the damn trumpet. Well, what trumpet? You got trumpet, you know? So, because when I got the words of the trumpet, I said, oh yeah? God damn. I wasn't even and I'm listening. I don't hear nothing, man. God damn. I don't hear nothing. And they say, no. You gotta go online. I gotta go online. You hear the trumpet. That means it's not God doing it, it's niggas doing it. Don't play with me, man.
Oh,
Don't play with me. Last night I'm in my bed, came to me. I said, came to me. That other things came to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's who I commune with that night. You don't come down here, you tell me listen in my room. The ones you want to hear in my room when you come, is that brother there, I need to listen by Shema. You may hear him, you know, yeah, that you will hear him. Why not let us sit in my bed like this? You know what I'm thinking? I'm not thinking how to make money. I'm not thinking I'm going to fuck on down, I'm not thinking, I'm thinking on God, nigga. You bastard. You're thinking on God. That's where my mind be at. None of y'all could touch this, man. None of y'all could touch this. If you think you could touch it, because your brain is sharper than mine, because I'm old, gray-headed, I'm battered down, son. You hear me? You know who battered me down? God. God with me, man, because I've been most wicked and evil in my life. And God don't beat me so bad. But guess what? It's still love, because he didn't kill me. I may walk with my back twisted. I may drag on foot. My eyes may be dim, but guess what? I'm not dead. And in my affliction, show me. I know y'all can't touch this, nigga. And I got a made up mind to walk in God. So leave me alone. I told my woman, yo, if my sight was better, and she didn't have that, bone bothering her and shit, you know what I'm saying? She could walk with me, and she beat it out. Like you told Abraham and who? Abraham and who? That's it. Did he take that you think is with you? That's my girl. Y'all niggas was taking the song. You think you're smarter, on God, and you think you're smarter on me. You ain't smart on me. The smart nigga is the one that knows I'm making this mind to do. But I don't care if you know from Genesis to Malachi, and you know it by heart, you can recite it like you know your name, but you don't get make your mind to walk it and do it. You're not too damn smart. You're an idiot. So I always take my girl, like Abraham took Sarah. Only thing I ain't got no servants. You know what I mean? So we just book, take Sarah, and then we gone, we out. Come on, baby. We out. But I don't need nobody to keep me strong. I get my strength from God. You hear me? One of the last times you see your father go outside with some heathen help, dressed like Kanega. One of the last things you see him do. You have to make up your mind by yourself. Your father can't make up your mind. Can I? I can't make up your mind. I can make up your mind. You gotta be like yourself. And if I try to make your mind up for you, if I try to make your mind up for you, I'm gonna blow a cap off my head. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not listening. You're not gonna listen. So I gotta make up my own mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, we gotta stop going for lies and dreams. We like to believe, we love to believe a lie and a dream. You see, a liar loves to believe lies. The time you're gonna believe in lies, and you're listening to believe in lies, and you don't investigate to see if it's a lie or what. You know what I'm saying? You only do things to work smart with people. But things have to do with your personal life. Investigate it not. In the privacy of your door, in the privacy of your room, in the privacy of your bed, investigate. Meditate on God, nigga, think about and investigate it. You ain't nothing. So you have to investigate. So God showed me. God showed me. Because I investigated. Lies. I don't like that. I don't like lies. A lie is treacherous. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. So I investigated. God showed me last night. Deep in the night. I always show me deep in the night. He said, I don't believe that. He said, those trumpets and those horns was only blown Mount Sinai. On my angels. Nowhere else they were blown, and they will never be blown again. That damn thing monkey, you picked it up on the neck, right? I said, listen to me. Ooh. Yeah, yo. And these niggas make it sound like real hard, son. Man ain't no joke. You keep believing what man said. That's why I don't believe everything from the net. You have to double check it. A man is so swift and smart that, yo, you ain't smarter than him. Well, I know you ain't smarter than him. Because he got we listening to him. If you're smarter than him, will be listening to you. So you ain't that smart. You're a damn idiot. Come on, the horse and like, damn. I go by the window and I listen. I said, damn, I'm going to go in New York. I don't get the ones in New York. I'm going in there. I said, well, no, not in New York, not in New York. Arkansas, Missouri, all these damn out of states that are out of bounds. Alaska. You know what I'm saying? Australia, London. Out of bounds, they said, I want you to get there to hear or to do. You know what I'm saying? No good. But then the only spot you pick it up, you have to go online. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Online. Then you got Israelites that's supposed to be real smart and wise men, believing that crap for some young line. It's nothing online. Nothing online. Then you go online and find the Webster Dictionary. You know what I'm saying? You can go online and hear the horns that were blown Mount Sinai. You know what I'm saying? I'm blind and lying. Watch louder and louder. I mean, you got your mind. Somebody said, nah, y'all come the hell out of here to New York. I said, damn, no. He said, no. Not in New York, in Australia, Budapest. I said, God damn. You know what I'm saying? In that time, he said, the whole earth heard it. The whole damn earth. What's louder and louder? Everybody gonna hear it. God, trumpets, and his, you don't even have lungs. They don't have lungs. God and they just don't pack lungs. So they will blow, and then when they blow, it all hurt you in the rest. Not only in certain places. So let us stop believing lies. That's the first thing we gotta do to serve this God. If everything you hear you go for it, you can't serve God. That makes you a bona fide goat. If we're supposed to be believers, we said believe who? Believe God. But we believe goats. We believe idiots like they talking about. The trumpets, Mount Sinai, God don't believe them. You know what I'm saying? We believe our woman. We believe our girlfriends. We believe our wives. We believe our sons and daughters. We believe our babies. We believe everybody. Everybody. But we don't believe God and His prophets. You think God pleased with you or not? Did He please with you? We suck up pieces. You believe everybody. Everybody on this planet you believe. You even believe your boss. You know what I'm saying? The boss that you work for, you believe in, you got your work for, and your boss is a full-fledged tranny. Okay? Your boss is a tranny. You don't even know. But you believe. Bastard. But you don't believe God. You don't believe God and His prophets. I can't even rock with you. Like I said, the only reason I'm still in this house is because my sight is big. Other than that, I take my wife and leave. I was always a road running in that right up. The only son I'm taking with me is one. I never disrespect me or talk back to me his whole life. That's one God. I don't need no talking back to you. You stay here and talk back to your woman. I don't need no talking back there. I don't need that. Because they didn't have sons like that. A nigga that talk back, he's a stubborn and rebellious and that right there. Nigga, damn. You know why, son? You can't teach that and don't believe it. He said, believe God. Let me tell you which if a man do, he shall walk. Live in them, walk in them. Alright? So if there's anyone in this room right about now still believing that God, angels is blowing the trumpet, that blew the trumpet on Mount Sinai, was blowing them trumpets, I know, a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. You know what I'm saying? There's been hope for them. It's a hoax. Because you couldn't go to your window and hear it. You have to go online to hear it. That, if I tell you, it's a hoax. You know what I'm saying? So leave that alone. It's crap. And angels don't blow no horn that. They don't believe it till get up and down. That's put there by man. Don't put there by man. And the computers and all that stuff, all the new books and computers, it's put there to deceive us. To turn us aside from God. That's the devil's work. Devil's work, you don't want nobody serving God these days. So you put out computer, put out online and all that stuff, and you know the computer and the online business, you get the wrong information sometimes. You get the wrong information. That's to turn your side. But you don't want nobody serving God. He's the one, he wants to be served. He wants to be honored as God. You know what I'm saying? He will do stuff like that. I don't believe everything you hear. Don't be a goat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let me say it.
Okay, Chief.
God, his angel is not going to blow no trumpets to say, but he's going to faggots, faggots, lesbians, bulldaggers, transsexuals, people that won't beat the father, to whip the father, the mother. He never read that back then. He's going to blow the trumpets for them. What kind of God you want, God? No, get out of here with that, son. Maybe you would blow it for your woman. Maybe you would blow it for your wife, your children and all that. So you're a stone cold bitch. You humble yourself to woman. The only woman God said us to humble to is your mother and your father. No other woman. The other woman is a ruler, controller. When you're ruling somebody, you do what you gotta do to rule that. So when you hit me, because I gotta hit you to rule you. God said rule you. He didn't say how to rule. He didn't say rule you with a cotton hand, with hands of cotton. He didn't say rule you like that. He just said rule you. There's no way you can rule that. When you shouldn't do what I should, when you should listen. What on? There's nobody like me, yo. No one want to step up and you know, go one, so I don't care, son. And I'm ready to die any day. I walk with death. I try to call many my ways correct before God, you hear me, son? I walk right before God. So that God take my life any day. I don't go to the place of punishment. That's why. That's why I go out of my way and do gospel, man. Do the laws that I do. I'm still not doing them 100%. You know what I'm saying? But I go out of my way to try to get it right. Because to do God's commandments, believe me, my nigga. If you don't go out of your way, you're not doing nothing. All right, also. You have to go out of your way. Because those laws are given to a people that live in another era. Not in this era. And those laws to be done in this era is hell. Because the people and the government in this era don't accept it. They don't even go by those laws. So you're going to be the only one going by them, believe me, and it ain't going to be easy for you, son. It ain't going to be easy. All right? So stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. So I go out of my way. And I'm not even getting it. Not yet. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. This is a little finance. This is a little finance. This is a little finance. Because I read that book this last year that the war linen.
Right.
They wore linen, wool, leather, silk. That's it. Anybody reading there where they wore cotton?
No.
So what the hell am I doing wearing cotton? Is that the ancient fact?
No.
That's not the ancient fact. That's the modern fact. Cotton wasn't even a fiber back then. It became a fiber in the modern fact. Where they took the cotton and revolutionized it and worked it and did some way and it became its fiber. There was no fiber back then. Cotton didn't even exist back then. Cotton didn't even grow back then. So don't tell me nothing, man. Don't tell me nothing. Put yourself in the ancient world, then you go come talk to me. You're a modern faggot. Don't you like me? And the next, okay, you don't like me, y'all. I'm not here for you to like me. You can't help me. You can't help me. If you give me $1 billion, you can't help me. The only way you can help me is you would deliver my soul from going to the place of punishment when I die. Can you do that? No. Because that's where you want. So you can't help me. Only God could help me. So I don't care who likes me. Lisa, I got rocks, I live to die. Things get too tight for me. You know what I'm saying? I pray and ask God to kill me. I ain't got the heart to jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the heart to kill myself like that. I would do it, I would kill myself. That's why I asked you guys to the quickest thing to blow your brains was one shot. If I asked you that, you don't. I need a gun. I stick it up there, you're boom, gone. But jumping off the roof, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got that kind of heart. Sometimes you jump, and when you land, you just broke up. You ain't dead yet.
Hey.
And you left was going to hurt like hell, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do that, man. I can't stop myself either. But you ain't gonna die with one stab. You have to keep poking, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I ain't got that kind of heart. I ain't gonna front, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I ain't talking about drink poison, because sometimes you drink the poison and you don't die right away. Your body control you. You go through your and I ain't got no time for that. So give me a big caliber. Nice big caliber. You told me this part. Right here, right? Huh? Right there, or stick it up my mouth, the roof of my mouth. Back up! Oh, good. And that's what I write with. I think that's all it's done. Anybody else think of that? No. Anybody else think of that? No. So you're not even on my level. You're not on my level. So what should you talk to me? What should you talk to me? A son talking to a father like this bad. I could catch you in here, grab you with my wife not here. If my wife in here, my son in here, cut, grab you, and stab the hell out of you. And walk out and leave you. Come. I'll make sure my wife do it. I don't kill you. I don't want them to get them police come they got a body here, you know what I'm saying? Like this crime scene, you can't go nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Nah. Well, yeah, you here by myself. I love that. My chance to say, what's up now? What's up now? Pow, grab it. That's all. Just keep stabbing till you see the inside come out. Like the brother, change the clothes, move on. Take my keys, take my IDs, take my pictures, take my stuff, come. No man that can. That was he good enough to move. Come. This is all I think. Because I ain't the one you was messing with. Alright? And I'm not the father to be talking about it. I ain't the one. That's the ones that don't even crime scene, you know what I'm saying? Call my wife can't leave, and where she off can't leave. You know what I'm saying? Crime scene. Take your mama for a walk tonight. See my book about 17, 18 nations like this. Yes. That's what I'm gonna use. Because like God, Lord, the God that I serve, he said to kill you. A stubborn and rebellious son who was not hardened. The only one that pushes a stubborn and rebellious daughter. So you see, the woman wasn't the problem, ain't that right? So don't come tell me, well, yeah, well, she's this, she's not. No, it's not she's you. You just not being a man. See, a woman of a man, she ain't got no problem with this ain't no problem. But when she looks at you, you're not no damn man. And you got some quartz in you. You want a problem. It's not she. You can. The one that made her and fashioned her with his hands says not up. God says not up. It's mine. It's mine, nigga. Then she's you. You. With the slimy mentality. You. It ain't her. It ain't her. So let's put things in the proper perspective. Now let me see. For my first, she's looking at that. Yes, I know she looking at that. Can't see good. When I see her head straight up like this, I know she looking at me. I know she ain't looking at you. She better not be looking at me. She looking at me. That's right. That gotta look at me. Her desire shall be unto me. She's supposed to look at me all the time. All the time. When she wake up first in the morning, she come in and look at me. Stop. She get my baby. Go right here. You know what I'm saying? They're never supposed to be angry at me. God done told you that your desire shall be to your husband. To me, to your husband. So again, you don't desire nothing else in this whole wide world. You desire that nigga. No man, his sight is dim, legally blind. No man, he got a hunchback. No man, he walk like evil. He drive one leg. You know what I'm saying? Your desire is still here. That's your husband. You know what I'm saying? And then, in general, you don't tell the man, God, the man that he desires to be to what? You tell him that. But he tell him that you and she is what? One. So that automatically turned me towards you. I would never get mad at you because of the children. The sons and daughters. And you should never get mad at me because of them. If anything, we team together. And I tell you this nigga, you popping junk to me, he's supposed to say, what? So give me the knife. Pop, I'll give you one. I don't get mad at me. You step to that. Yeah, you step to that. You go there and I go there. You are pointing, but you talking to your father? And I'm like, hey, mate, I'm on the other side with my wife interrogating. Interrogating. You talking something to your father? You rising up to lift up the heat against your father? And I'm on the other side. Oh, you get fire, get both there, keep up, bow. Get you up on both sides. Bam, 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 bam. You come to the foot and you don't chop them off. That's what you deserve. That's what God said. You stinking rats. You know what I'm saying? Chewing gum jump to you, you know what I'm saying, son? Yes, they talk junk to you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never paid my rent. They ain't never paid my rent to make life easy and smooth. You didn't make life easy and smooth for me. That gossipy. You didn't make life easy and smooth for me and my life. Pay my rent, pay my life, pay my gas, pay everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna lay back and be easy. No, I don't do that. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? When we start making money, you know I'm talking about. So I'll pay you some too. You some too. And let's start making money. The first thing the nigga take is to go pay my wife. And because it's talking about, they didn't do that. That's why the wickedness God is. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. With their wife, not a bunch of babies, and they didn't know what's going on. They didn't know what's going on. You don't see Rebecca? Sarah? Sarah? Oh, Rebecca's mother's name. I know you stuff. You hear me? Milka. So you reason. Right? And the wife me too. You have to follow your husband. You hear me? If you don't follow him, it's not going quick. Only way you don't follow him, you see him come in, one day you come in the house, something in the bag, something this dog me, come up with blanket. Say, what you got there, huh? What you got there, Ish? My husband? We put it up, there's a big old damn image. For you to bow down to. You don't bow to that, you have to get that away from that. If you don't bow to that, big old image, with horns. You can't bow to that, son. You know what I'm saying? I know you'll get, at that point, you don't listen to them. I'll give you an example. My master worshipped the host of heaven. Then who did? His wife followed him. Who didn't follow her husband? I worshiped the stars, moon, and clouds. She didn't follow him. She just stayed in her place. She didn't follow him and she didn't disrespect him. You know what I mean, Sarah? She ain't said nothing to him. She stayed in her place. Because when Manasseh, God killed Manasseh, and the whole nation got into trouble, Well, I think it was a serious, right?
Oh, sir.
All the parents came in and took the knife, holding out the knife, and make them certain in their own land who did. A woman, she was the only one that stirred up her stomach and her muscles and stepped to them, went in a fast and stepped to them. Who did? God used her. She fasted and put on sackcloth. That was Manasseh's wife. And if she had followed Manasseh and worshiped the stars, God was going to use her to do that. You understand what I'm saying? You hear me, girl? All right. Let's stay on the corner of a block. That is the damn doorpost. You're not the doorpost. You have ears to hear and mouth to speak. Now, you do your part. So, she didn't listen to her husband. I'm going to worship the stars. You know what I mean? Nah. One day, if you come in the house, you damn image. One day, I'm going to two big images. Come in the house with two images. Take off the cover. When you take off the cover, this nigga done got horns and whatnot. He said, and you said, today we going to fix this. It's time to get out now. And time to get away. You know what I'm saying? Like the car, you go to the store, you walk through, you go there, like Tony. Huh? One time I look down the car and I see you burning incense to God. The God got a head the size of this right here. I had the size of this, and she got only 6 hands. She got 6 hands. One like that, one like this, one like this. Damn. I looked down there, I see him burning incense for me. He burned incense for some crazy stuff. A monkey like him, you can't even go and spend the night in his house. No, man. It's the octopus God you got there. Octopus God, man. You can't screw that with monkey out. Octopus God, got 6 arms, you know.
I'll tell you this.
6 hands. Octopus. Nah, again. Oh, what's wrong with that stuff? You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. Yeah, all right. So, I was sitting there, you know your side?
Okay, Chief.
I was sitting there, you know what I'm saying? You heard the room, I know you heard it. But I said, what is that? There's something you ain't here, man.
Yeah, we don't want to.
You heard it all? And you went in line too, right?
Okay.
Jesus in line. You check it, he got all inspired. You know what I mean, Naomi? You got inspired, inspiration, holy, you got a holy inspiration. You went in line to hear the horns of God. God blowing the horns of life. Ain't that something?
In certain states.
In certain states, all in Budapest. Not even certain states, and out the country, out the world, is in Budapest, Australia, Lindenberg, England, Alaska. What the hell? These niggas is crazy. Nah, you got the wrong God, nigga. You got the wrong God. This God don't get down like that, son.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. God don't get down like that. During his trumpets that these angels blew on Mount Sinai, he blowing them today, 21st century, and video. He blowing them online in USA. You need to shame yourself.
Game.
Shame. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if you can't focus that stuff on me, what I show you, me? I show you that whoever. You can talk, is a true one. I'm a true leader. I'm a true leader. Tell my answer, I listen to it. I started listening outside the window. I see by here. Say it's all over here. No. Only in certain states. God's voice is not limited. And put, listen. You talk. Have you seen nothing in the heavens? Oh, yeah, man. No. Yeah. You gotta go online. Yo, dude, you gotta go online. So I gotta go online. Say, yeah. So, well, what kind of God is this? You You know what I'm saying? He gonna blow his horn. He gonna talk to the people, but you only do it online. He's talking about that nigga on the cross. People are tricks and games. You know what I'm saying? When you go to church or the Catholic church or the prayer, that the Catholic church is the game room. That's right. You got some saints in there, some, and I call them saints. Some images in there, while you pray to them, you see tears come out that top, you start crying.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Start looking at this, start looking at this. Come on. Come on down and they're praying. And then they're praying in front of Jake. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying to Jake. I'm praying out to Jake. This nigga start winking his eye at me. He gonna wink his eye at me. And I see, start crying. See, the blood run out tears. Go home. And mama, she's what happened. So I said, I was praying, man. I see, wink his eye at me. He said, don't play with me, yeah? My mother said, don't play with me. Mom, no, this nigga ain't winking his eye. Because it's a statue. So the Catholic Church we go in is a game room, son.
Okay.
Game room. You see angels, you nigga walking, that's the image. The image moves his hand. Like this here. You look at this here. It's the image moves his hand. They got them rigged up with gadgets. You know what I mean? That's the Catholic Church. That's what we came up on. But we, the Hebrews, the Israelites, we must have no gadgets like that. So you don't believe that. Don't never believe that God is going to blow on the trumpet that he blew on Mount Sinai. You know what I'm saying? Wax loud and loud, he's going to blow today. No. When he blew those trumpets in Mount Sinai, it's because he said, when he finished blowing, who spoke? Moses spoke, and God answered something like that. He's going for his people, a holy people. A holy people. He's a holy God, not today. He's not going have his angels blowing a horn and no trumpet drumming for fags. This is what he's blowing it for. Faggots, bold daggers, lesbians, transsexuals, and even the babies. You got little babies that are 8, 9, 10 years old. A full trannies ain't that right, son? They tranny out. Oh, come on. Come on. That's the world you in, man. That's the world you in. Then he's blowing it for perverted men that fear not, that they don't fear him, and they don't keep his commandments. You know what I'm saying? They don't fear him, and they don't keep his commandments. You're blowing on for them niggas, man. He said, woe to the world. He said, the world is wicked. God don't care about these people, man. You don't care about these people. You only care about the righteous and the holy. So stop lying to yourself. Stop living a lie. I don't like people that lie. And the worst liar is a monkey that lies to himself, then you turn around and believes all the lies. Bastard. I don't want to be around people like that. Just stop here, son. I want to be around people that are dedicated. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody want to be around disrespectful sons and daughters, do you? The pop junkie, you're getting you on that all the hurt up. No, he's going to pop junkie. You won't be around. A rat is gonna come. I don't care again. I don't care what your father or your mother do. You hear me? Even if your father don't turn gay, you hear me? Your pastor don't turn gay, and your mama, she turn into a full-bred dyke. You can't go and curse them out and tell them that we. Because the honor is still there. You say honor your father and your mother. So you can't tell them that. I don't care what their lifestyle is. I don't care how they live. So you can't do that, man. The honor is there. And if you do that, that's only show what kind of bastard child you are. You can't do that. You can't do that. You got stuff in your house, and your mama take it, go to your drawer, touch your money, take your money out, use it because you needed something. You can't tell her she's a thief. You can't call your mother a thief, man. This has this, man. And you see, with these commandments right now, we got the Old Testament, right? You have to bump yourself up to do these laws. You hear me, Yeshaya? I would even talk to you. This guy here married my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And he's very respectful. He respects me more than my damn son. The things y'all tell me, that nigga won't tell me, man. All my damn sons, I warned them that would say, never disrespect me on the day of his birth. But this guy right there, Yeshaya, he respect me, man. And the same respect, yo. You hear me? You hear me, kiddo? The same respect you give me, who I you to give it to? Your what?
My parents.
The parents. The father. And the mother. Give it to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just father number 2. I can't be number 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm father number 2. Like Jethro and Moses. When Jethro gave Moses his daughter's birth, he took Moses for his damn son. You ain't never heard Moses speak about Amram. Say, you're gonna take Amram. You always go to Jethro. But Moses wasn't sinning. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So I'll tell you the same thing. You give your father and your mother, same prop, son. You have the individual message and you call the father. Is that what else you did? You call your pops too. You call pops store up. Always do that. Regardless of what him and his wife had, who was your mother, right? They're not together now. Things happen in life, in this life. But not in the ancient life. In the ancient life, we didn't release nothing. Once you're married to me, you hope for life. You know what I'm saying? You don't regard that. That's between your father and your mother. You don't get into that. Never forsake your mother. All right? You never forsake your mother. Right, brother? For no woman. For no woman you forsake your mother. You know what I'm saying? Anything going on, you gotta go as well. Your wife gotta go with you. You know what I'm saying? Go with you. You don't forsake your mother. You don't do that. And your father. I can't tell you to do that. I be wrong. You don't do that. You don't do that. But when I see you, you don't do that. You show much respect to your father and your mother. Because I hear when you talk to them on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And you keep doing that. I don't care how old you get. You can get old like hell. Now look at it. You get so damn old. You're the only man on earth so old that your toenails grow gray hairs. You know what I'm saying? Young gray hairs come out your toenails, son. You're gonna never get too smart and disrespectful to your father. I don't care, look at them and you say, well, you don't tell them nothing about this shit, you leave them alone. So God gave them that right. Even in that Old Testament, God tells them, if your son stubborn and rebellious and he won't listen to you, he said, kill him. That's the right a father and a mother has, you hear me? Only thing we can't do in this society, because this society don't go by the laws of God. They go by the laws of Satan. The whole world is satanic. When you take a wife up here, she's Satan. The woman you take is Satan. All the holidays that she likes belongs to Satan. And you take her and love her. How the heck would you do that? How would you do that? That's why there was a king. There was a king in the Bible named Ahab, right? Ahab. He called married Jezebel. When Jezebel was the queen, the daughter of a Zidonian king. You know what I mean? Daughter of Hippahar, a Zidonian king, and they're not queen. They're idol worshiper. What God told Ahab, so you think it was a light thing? You think it was a light thing to go and take this woman, Jezebel? So it's not a light thing when we go out and take these women. They're all heathen, it's not all of them, it's all heathen. But some of them are into it more than some. They're not letting go. Yeah, when I met my wife, you sleeping, girl?
Yeah.
You sleeping?
You sleeping?
Yeah, you bad dude. What do you think? I said, are you sleeping, girl? She said, "Can't."
No, what you said if I listen.
I know you didn't hear me. I know you didn't hear me because you sleeping. I asked if you sleeping, he said, "King, it's time for me to get the hell out of here." Because you something else. You sleeping, I'm talking, I'm answering English to you. I gotta get away from you. Ain't that right? I know you didn't hear me, man. I know you thought you asked me to listen. I know that. Couldn't hear it. So my wife, yeah. Yeah, when I'm like that, yeah, all the women, all wicked. That's what brother say, you know what I mean? They're all weak. All the women are weak. Everybody's weak. But there's degree in wickedness.
Right.
I read that in the same Old Testament. There's degree in wickedness. And some of them is not as wicked as these.
Mm.
Like the Canaanites. Like today, the real wicked one is the one that are really better than heathen life. The Americans. And you find Jamaicans. You find all type of nations in there. Even among those, you find some that is not that wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like my woman here. Like my woman here, my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, whenever she was into the church, the island, and do all that, eat pork or whatever, do no shopping or whatever. But I didn't have to go out of my way to bring her this way. I didn't have to. No, I didn't. When I told her, she told me, well, she asked me about the X-Day, Christmas, and all that. I said, listen, all those days are gone.
Hmm.
I told her one time, all those days are gone. There's no more Christmas, no more birthdays, no more 4th of July, Halloween, no birthdays, it's none of that. And she didn't harass me with it. She said, okay. So you don't need no woman that's gonna harass you with it. You have to bend over backwards and tell them whether you could do this or not, you could do this. And y'all like that for a lie to go and do it. You know what, my baby, when his birthday come up, you can't be doing that. She ain't doing that.
Hmm.
So she is different to the rest of them damn tricks out there. Now you can't say she's different because the year she was born. Born in 1940s or something like that. No. That ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's the type of heart this woman is packing. The year you was born ain't got a damn thing to do with it. Ain't that right, dog? It's the heart that you're packing.
Hmm.
She didn't give me no problem. When I tell them Christmas and them days out, no more birthdays. No more birthdays. The only one that cried and got better than college. When I told her, said, yo, baby, no more birthday card. I don't know if you remember who that was, baby. Huh? Yeah, the one that got really sad. And I told her, I said, no more birthday cards, no more gifts, no more that. Got really sad.
Meditate.
Huh?
Meditate.
Who?
The letter.
No. I said, who used to give my kids, your kids? You know, the birthday come, they get cards. Who used to do that?
Right.
Oh, who used to get like that? Oh,
Who used to that? Who used to give them cards when their birthday
yeah,
come up?
grandma. Your mother.
My mother.
Your mother.
When did I see your mama? I said, Mama. She said, yes, sir. I said, listen, Mama. This year, you know, birthday cards more than a birthday card. She looked at me. She looked at me. She walked up to me, put her finger on my face. She said, you are telling me, and I cannot give my grandchildren a birthday card? I looked at her. She said, with a tear come out. I said, no, Mama. I'm not going to give them. Well,
Yeah.
you keep them. Don't cry. I said, don't cry. You go keep them. I packed up on it. Because it's not good for a mother or a father to shed tears because of you. I said, please don't cry. As a big baby. So you could get them, yeah, you could get them, baby. My wife will say, no, so you could get them. You could get them. I got your father, so you could get them. It is not good for a mother, father, to sit there and get grief and cry because of you. Don't think of yourself all that. You ain't all that. You ain't all that. But if you was all that, you would do the commandments that you know. If we know 10 commandments, enemy God, Israel. They know 10 commandments, you know what they do? Maybe one. A bunch of damn bastards and they be on your feet like you don't sacrifice on you. Because you do God's commandments in these times. If you don't sacrifice, you're not doing it the way God said. You are modifying it and doing it by modification. God said, seek the ancient path. When you find it, walk therein. What we do, we walk away. You have to look for that path. And when you find it, you walk therein. To do that path is God's commandment. Sacrifice. The ancient path, the way you dress, that's the ancient path. You think the ancient man, hey, you think the ancient man in that Bible, the ancient man, even among the ancient Egyptians, you think they wore tight clothes, nigga? You think Pharaoh wore tight clothes? Wore robes. You know what I'm saying? So the ancient path is not only the dress way, right? The way you dress, the garments, right? They didn't wear it only on Shabbat. Okay? Put it on Shabbat, and after the Shabbat, they transform into a nigger. Look tight clothes. After the Shabbat, tight clothes come out. After the Shabbat, the robes come out. After the Shabbat, tight clothes. Okay, we just make you to trust you. And you being a deceiver before God. They didn't do that in that restaurant. So look for the ancient path. And when you plan and walk your way, in the that the ancient path includes the way you dress with the robes. This is true. They say, are you sleeping here? Yeah, you. Okay. You can't edit. When you now, why do me like that? You hear me? Yeah. So, so no, Abi. You can call me Abi. Or Abi me. Sensitive. And I like your father. And God got tight. He said, if I be a father, where is my what? He said, where is my mama? That's what he asked the people. At that time, he looked to start wetting them. He looked to start killing them. He said, if I be a father, where's my mama? He said, where is it? We need to start wetting them down. So we're going to look at me as a father. You ain't going to be here, my nigga. Whatever it is, me and my wife are wrong. Like I wanted to speak, they never pop joking. Never. Never. I know you'll be there. Although look at me as a father. Yo, mama, you business. You gonna look at your mama as a mama, it's all cool. If I die, she died too. She's scared, I will pump her up. But she won't be scared to face death. So come on, let's go. I'm gonna hold you, you come with me. Get away from that. That's what I'm rocking, son. I expect full respect from my sons and my daughters. Yeah. You. Yeah? You was around my mother, yeah? When she talked to me, you answer. Did I say yes? Can you please tell them who answer? You listening or answer my mother? You, Sarah, you listening? Vita. So, say who answer. Who answer my mother?
Yes, mother.
Was that a grown man?
Yes.
Answer that way in front of her. In front of my wife. I wasn't like y'all, man. So I know y'all going to the pit. Y'all assignment pit. I said, yes, mother. My father, he wasn't alive, but if he was here and talk to me, I'll answer, yes, daddy. I'm going to die. Yes, daddy. My aunt, come on, yes, auntie. Yes, auntie. I heard she do the same thing too. Yeah. Mom was dead when I got hooked up with her. Mom was dead. But she answered her father, but the name my father doesn't call her. And she answered him like that. Be more respect. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. 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 You answer your father and your mother like that, man? You don't know, man. The way our father was feeling, mom was feeling, to kill. It's like God telling them, if you don't do it, you don't listen to your father and your mother, you told the father and mother to kill them. They didn't just push their way back. That's what you deserve. And then when I said my father, my mom like that, no, don't. I'm talking to my father, I call him daddy all the time. Even when he beat my behind, get mad. I was disrespectful in the way that, I don't probably jump to, I was disrespectful in the way that they sent me to school, I won't go. My mom told me to do something I won't do, I do my way. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, me? That's not good. Not good, you know what I'm saying? Not good. I'm good. My father died, that was in the house. I didn't run off with a woman. I leave my mother there by herself. Nah, I did got a woman. But I didn't run off with her. She didn't say, well, Nico, I said, no, I ain't coming with you, man. You know what I did with her? She came to my house. Every so often. And wash my clothes, wash my mother's clothes, wash Joshua's clothes. Yeah, yeah. And she cooked little big people, you know, big feet. It's a big feet and big thing on white rice. You know what I'm saying? Them days, so we are feeding her. She cooked. I didn't go take her and leave. My family, my woman, my mother. Different to you niggas. I didn't give her my whole attention. She would come and wash the clothes. And if she didn't come and wash the clothes, yeah, I'll beat fire out of her. Yeah, I'll beat her. She don't come and wash my mother clothes and wash my clothes and wash clothes. You guys in the net, you don't like what I'm saying, I'm sorry. Go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not ready for this. You're not ready for the real world if you can't hear the truth. That's the rest of it. If you can hear lies and then you agree with lies, then you ain't no good. You have to hear the truth. You have to hear the truth. And when you hear the truth, you are really hearing the testimony of the righteous. You think you're right? Yes, I call myself righteous. I call myself righteous. Any man that pray to God, and ask God, tell God, I don't know all your laws, but except the one that's in that book, and I don't understand all of them. He said, but I'm asking thee, oh God, to show me. I'm talking to God, and the God is sitting in the chair in front of me, you know what I'm saying? I said, show me, oh God. I said, show me that, Lord. And I will do that. I ask him to show me. Put it in my hand and show me, and I will do it. And if I stop from doing that, I told him how to do it. He did my life. If I stop, I'm not going to stop, man. I'm not going to stop from doing this, man. I'm not going to stop. You got to leave me alone. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. That's why you see me around here. But the ones that got here, even the studs. And I ain't got but two. Him and him. The one that used to be there, he got really smart. He got really smart since he got married to my woman. He got smarter. He ain't here now. He used to be here already. But he got him a new woman now. You know what I'm saying? He got really smart. Outstandingly smart. He's not here. So I start now. I start with these two. Well, these two, I don't know who else gonna pay it. I don't know who else gonna pay it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You didn't know this one like that. He ain't never been disrespectful with y'all. They get weak at times. Sometimes you may meet a woman that really gets you. She really gets you and she's in your head. She's in your head. You start fainting because of this woman. I don't know. But the honoring of your father and your mother will get you through this world and through the other world. There was a family in that book called Rockabat. Rock. God said he would never want a son to stand before him. You know what I'm saying? And you know why he got those rights? Because Rockabat listened to his father. He didn't talk back to his father. He didn't call his father a bum or none of that. I don't care if your father was a drunkard, a queer. He's a fag. You hear me, Yeshaya? The book still says honor him. Your mother is a drunk. Still says honor him. Your father wicked like hell. Don't keep him from man, don't do nothing. It's not for you to tell your father what he's wicked. You stay in your damn place. It's not for you. Or you know that now. But when you was a baby, a child, living in your father's house, in the is it mommy? You sleeping? Okay, living in your father's house. You don't know what food is unless your father and your mother bring it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know again. The food you're living on the roof. You get all the full French benefits in that house. It was with them. It wasn't wicked then. But now though I've grown into a man, in the full strength. You gonna tell him that? That showed me what type of nigga you is. You don't do that. You don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. There you go. Go there. You gonna sleep with?
Sure.
Huh? You gonna sleep? Hmm? You gonna sleep?
No.
What do you mean you're gonna force him? What? You put on air conditioning and why you Alright. And then what you doing? 11:44. Okay. We didn't want to go up to Father John.
No, that's a huge.
Who's that?
This is wrong.
What you doing? Is that you that? You that no? That's right. You like to hear that, don't you? Huh? Huh? I know you like to go to the show, huh?
I got tissue.
You got to go back grandma, she go back grandma. I'm not gonna get done with that. The babies, you know what I'm saying? The babies and the women, the guys are the babies, man. They're the only ones going into the land. You didn't charge them with the father's sin either, the babies. I don't charge them. I charge you, nigga. Yes, you. So we're gonna move it on. We're gonna move it on. All right? So that's it, We're gonna move it on, baby. God to you to go to the stuff of the Genesis 1:29, right? You like it? Oh, yeah, right?
What?
The way I see my hand, I'm putting it straight, my arm hurt. You what with your hand? I said, man, it hurt. You said, what? I said, God made it hurt. He said, God made it hurt. I mean, he said, yes. He said, why? Because I'm wicked. Because I sinned before God, that's why my bones hurt. That's why what do you call it? I am legally blind. What I call Jacob sight was dead. So my sight is dead because of my sins before God. I got the flu, I didn't catch it from you. The flu don't go around when it's usually jumping around, grabbing on you. It's on the orders, it comes from God. Until everybody you all realize that God do all things. When you get sick or when it happen to you because of God, because of your iniquity, because of your wicked and bad, corrupt ways, then maybe you have a chance to be better, make yourself a better man. I know my stuff hurts because of my own iniquity, my own wickedness. You see, I ain't the line. You saw it, there's full right on. You can read full. Students. I ain't got no young students now. My students now become too damn smart. They want to correct me. You can't correct me, son. You can't correct me. You can't correct me because I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. What makes me better than you? Because I have a made up mind to do all of God's commandments. Not by mouth. I made vows to Him. I made vows to put my life on the line, all right? Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Don't talk no junk to me. You talking to your woman, to your girl, talking to her. She is on the same level with you, but not me. Just watch yourself. Waiting, I ain't gonna see you. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Because they know they ain't gonna stay here and talk junk to me. I knock the monkey out. It's simple as that. I'm gonna open up your skull. None of my students talk junk to me. I say, you see, why you should be sitting here? Go to several order. Yeah, Mr. Gershon, he ain't here no more. But I will drop that. Not because I'm legally blind, I'm old, I'm great. I'm not going for that. Certain things I'm not accepting. Because I know I'm better than you in all phases. As a teacher, as a godly man, and as a warrior. So if you're a warrior, and you ain't ready to die every day of your life, you're not a warrior. If you're a warrior, and you see you're in trouble in your life, you can't pray to God and yo, take me out. You won't take me out. Just go. Or you take yourself out, you're not a warrior. You're not a warrior. All right? So learn to respect your parents. No.
Oh, no, I'm cool.
Learn to respect your parents and your teachers. A man that respects his teachers, he respects his parents. A man that respects his parents, he respects his teachers. So the treatment that I get from my students, I know who you are with your parents. You know what I'm saying? I'm whole as a piece of liver. You know what I'm saying? I'm whole as a piece of liver and a beast. You know what I'm saying? You can't realize that and give it up. That means this monkey right here, you disrespecting your parents. You have no respect for your parents. Me, my teachers, I respect them. Even today I speak about them. I speak good about them. I speak good about them. I one teacher, cheap guy. And it was a lot you write your whip. You write your whip. Sure. See how I do. See how I love you. If you can respect your teachers, if you can respect your parents, you respect your teachers. Vice versa. You respect the teacher, you respect your parents. Alright? So what you do, when you're disrespectful, so what you do, you blow your whole lifestyle up in that way. You blow your whole self up. Blow your whole self up. You know what I'm saying, son? And what is better, life or death? Death is better. Yeah, I already y'all that's gonna say life. So most people in the world worship life. I don't. So death is better. For the godly, for the righteous. But for the wicked, you know what? You know right there. There is no rest for the wicked. No, sir. No rest for the wicked. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? We got it, read.
Genesis 1, verse 29. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Oh, God said, behold, I'll give you what? Genesis 1:29. He said, behold, I'll give you what? Give me what? This is what? What is it? Huh? One word. 11:50, we start 10:30, right? 11:50, right? 10:30, 10:30, 10:30, 11 what? 10:32, right? To the board. Oh, and I have at least, right? And all I have is the other two. Verbatim. Verbatim. I'm going to talk about my life. And my life reflects nothing but the book. Righteousness and wickedness reflects nothing but the book. Alright, so Genesis, right? Genesis 1:29, right?
Right. And God said, Behold.
And God said, behold, look, watch, pay attention, get on point.
I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth.
I gave you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the herb. Every herb, I don't give it to you. God said, I don't give it to you.
And every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
And every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. So all trees, until you say yielding seed, the fruit of a tree yielding seed. So whatever it is, it got to yield seed. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, it got to yield seed. If it's not yielding seed, then it's a problem. All right, so that's right. If it's not yielding seed, then we can't mess with it. And you have to see the seeds, huh? We can't take people's word for this. We can't take Israelites' word. We can't take people that call themselves Israelites or Hebrews. We can't take their word, much less the Hebrew, much less a low life nigga. We can't take their word. We can't take the word because they don't care about it. They don't care if it's have seeds or not. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if it's crossbred or what. They don't care. They are thinking about that. So we can't take nobody's word. Not even the Israelites. Not even the Israelites. You don't see it with your eyes. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Certain things we could take and accept. Like you tell me so broccoli, you say broccoli got seeds and everything, you know what I'm saying? Got seeds. But I ain't never seen no seed on broccoli. You know what I'm saying? You see orange seed. You know what I'm saying? Never seen seeds on that vegetable. And this is duck seed and duck seed and duck seed of they take the seeds off. The plant, cultivate.
Right, wait, the Lord will not receive.
And we accept that. We're going to take it off, you know what I'm saying? So you go online and you check it out. Check it out. And you say what the kids say what the seeds are.
And so take broccoli, kale, spinach, lettuce, and we'll grow with pods at the top. And season, as long as we take that, keep it. That's what they say. If you go to certain places and buy the seed, also, you gotta garden.
You can go and buy the seed. But when you buy the seed, how the hell you know it's proper seed? You're not a farmer. You never seen it before. They telling you it's proper seed. You understand it? I'm very fine of it. That's fine. Yeah. Very fine of it. So I don't know. I seen broccoli seed before on the market. I forgot what I seen now. What is here in New York? I think it was in Texas. I don't remember. I was moving around, you know? But only broccoli. I seen the seed and said broccoli seed. But I don't know if it's broccoli seed. I never plant no broccoli. I never grew it. And I was taught by my teacher. And then I can't take people word with this. Especially the word of the Gentile. I think the Gentile words. I said building seeds. Just like the watermelon. You buy a watermelon in Bush Broken. The original seed for watermelon is a dark black seed. And when you split it, you hear it, you hear it. But now I don't see those, I ain't seen those seeds in a while. Now when you bust melon and you look in there, you say looking. You say that's a seed. No, these are not even brown, they're white. They're white and they're flat. Niggas tend to say that's a seed. I gotta see them seeds, the black ones that used to be seen originally in the water, guys. You know what I'm saying? And when you drop it on the floor, you saw like orange seeds. That's it. That's it. Now I know the seed. That's right. We should be sure. The mother seeds are talking about. This is seed to seed. I'm not going for it, son. I can't accept second best of God's law. He said, thou shalt be perfect. The Lord that God, isn't that right? That's the rule, isn't that right? And if I go for anything other than that, am I being perfect with it? No. If I go accepting the word of heathen, pagan dogs, man, that don't give one iota about his Lord. If I go accepting their word, talking about broccoli, grow the seed, and we take the seed off, and I go accepting their word, am I being perfect with the Lord, my God? No. The only sign of perfection that will show, I gotta bear witness. I gotta be a witness, I gotta see. And then that, you're not perfect with God. You're perfect with your woman, you're perfect with your girl, you're perfect with your baby, your freestyle babies. You know what I'm saying? You're perfect with everybody else. Everybody else, your boss, your job, everything, except what God said. And those shall be perfect with the Lord that God. Right? And when you're perfect with God, you do his laws in perfection. Imperfection, all the way 100. If you're not doing that, you need to be perfect with God, and you're a damn hypocrite. You can't honor your father and your mother 10% act well to that. That ain't no honor. You can't make your ears, lift up your ears against your father and your mother, and get angry at them, walk all hard, slapping the damn door so on. Is that honor? No. You deserve to die. The only reason you ain't dead is because your father ain't facilitating like that right now. Don't think you're doing it. Don't think because we violate them death penalty, right? No, we in America, right? We can't do the laws and the judgments here, right? We can't do, right? But could God do? Yeah. So does his laws and his judgments still stand? They stand. So don't think because we over here and you definitely can't be executed over here that you disrespect your gross and vile disrespect of the parents, you're gonna stand. No, he's not gonna stand. You stand, it don't stand. But his body is still with God in that right. His judgment and his law is still valid for him. So if he gonna let you go there, look, he gonna get you. You getting it. I don't give a damn how much robe you want to put on me. I don't care about that. He don't care about that either. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, which of a man do shall what? And live in them. Live in his law. Live in them. Did he say live in his laws? No. Live in them. Oh, part of his laws, you wear his robes. That's but you got no robes, you know what? You wear robes every day. You like watch your dad every day. You know what I'm saying? You watch your respect, your honor and visit your father, your mother, they got. But these niggas give more honor and respect to their bosses, to their women, to their girls, and to their fathers and mothers. Like God told us he did. He step on the line. He said the father and who? Mother. And the mother. You know, baby? The father and the mother grab a hold of the son, take him to the elders, and they're going to stone this bastard. He didn't say no daughter. Ain't no daughter in here protect her in her life. Because the woman wasn't like that. The woman and the girls, the daughters wasn't righteous. On their men, bastard. I can take them young, stone them. I ain't got no problem putting a cap in one of y'all, man. I ain't got no problem doing that. I ain't got no problem doing that. The good people do. So don't push me. One reason they ain't done it yet already, I don't want to take my wife. She can't have me. Look at her son, see, God and his brains hanging out like peach shoes was. You know what I'm saying? But don't push me, alright? Don't believe you. I'm trying to get this one. I say, hey, I get so tight. Will I run something? You see, all my sons, he's gonna be good. He's gonna run me the wrong way. On the whole court. Even the ones that I love, I say, God, get out. You know, love this. Even court. My sister, I wait for them. And they wait for them. Hey, I give them a good work there. A good welcome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good welcome. Happy New Year, officer. It's over. So, what I said, if you have a son and he ain't respect you, want to respect you. If girls don't give up that kind of gross disrespect in there, he ain't gonna respect you and honor you. You want him around you? I said, he's not saying. You ain't gonna give it up 100, you have to come around me, dog. It's vanished. They'll never come around me. You have no father. Dead people, your father dead, they go, come around me. And you come around to what? To call me the dead or to call me to die? To die. Stroke. The strokes that I caught two of them in here. You think my wife broke them in here? I'm stroke those. My sons. I've been killed them. I'm in the womb. So I gave her something to drink. They were drinking. I'm passing out in the toilet. My babies today deserve it, you hear me? So you come on very disrespectful. You want to run your father, you can't run that, man. You go on about your business, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for that. I expect full and absolute respect, man. Don't push me. Don't push me. They don't push me. I already got volunteers. Got volunteers. You know, they give me these slap man, then they don't call me. I know this nigga serious. Don't push me to the point where I have to call it slap. But you will slap me. You let me know who it is. You lay me down. Oh, none of you don't push me to that point. Alright? You see? Number one son said right, yeah. The oldest one. He always said right. He's the oldest one. Always said right. Least disrespectful, more harm than the oldest one. Because I'm your people. Rock on. Oh, yeah? Huh? Sure? I didn't pull that out. You go like that. What turns into testimony of the righteous. Because I am righteous now. Yes, I am. You ain't righteous, you ain't did that's what you say. Because you hang it. You are hanging. If a man swear before God, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. To God, on my knees, not talk to him. I come talk to you like you were sitting right there looking at me. I said, I swear, and I'm gonna do your laws. I'm gonna keep your commandments. So just show me. After the please show me. Whatever you show me, I will do it. And if I don't do it, I tell him what to do. Is that a righteous man, nigga? No. Is that a righteous man? No. So leave me alone. And if I pray and ask God to do you something, stop. I tried that before. Just leave me alone. And then that's not. I am righteous now. I am righteous. Read that piece in Genesis, man.
And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth.
Every herb bearing seed which is on the face of all the earth. I'm still tired of reading broccoli. He said he's no greens in the white earth. I'm eating fruit, bread, and cheese. I know. I'm waiting there. I'm waiting there. Maybe God will show me a sign. It's foolproof safe. And then damn thing is broccoli seeds. I seen the seed. I said, this is broccoli seed. I don't know what kind of seed it is, Yeshaya. Because again, Yeshaya, I wasn't raised up as a farmer. So I don't know what broccoli seeds look like. You know what it looks like? So all the head people know is broccoli seeds. You know what I'm saying? This nigga you're telling you says broccoli seeds. You don't know that. Man, I don't know. So I'm just waiting. I see God show me different. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm waiting. What read?
And the branch is the fruit of a tree yielding seeds. To you it shall be for me. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, to every thing that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for me.
Every green herb, and you mentioned the fruits of the tree also, right? Every green herb for me and the fruits of the tree, right? Now, I am waiting to see if God show me something. You know, God show me where it's authentic. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because I'm paranoid. I'm afraid. You guys not afraid? I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Because I know what goes on after you die. What goes on after you die is not a pleasant sight. But you can't see because you are among the living. You can't see it. And then God showed you. God showed you. Not a pleasant sight. Now I'm afraid. So I'm gonna wait since God showed me something different. The nigga telling me, yeah, that's good, man, that's good, that's good. Yeah. The nigga that's telling me, boy, it's good, he ain't right with God. Well, he say, thou shalt be perfect with the Lord. And if you're not perfect with the Lord, thy God, you're not right. You gotta be perfect with God to be right with Him. That's the only way. So none of my students could touch this. I'm above all of them. All of them is creeps because they're not doing what I told them. You're doing different. You're doing different. Different instructions, different lessons. That's why you are the way you are. You hear me? I follow my students. I follow my teachers. The fruits, bearing seed. You got our seed. You know what I'm saying? It's my role here. You Boaz, right? Ruth, right? Who was the one that took the man robe and put it over Ruth, right? The robe come down on top. It ain't on top of my shoes in there. I think my shooters are there, that's my toes in the we ain't got no high step road. Yeah, I know come up again. You can hear that. I don't like that. I like it. Low, drive, low, yeah. Now, the fruit, it gotta be a seed also, right? Every tree in which is a fruit of a tree, you can see. Got it all. Fruit, that's what I mean. Now, I know the fruits, apples are good, pears are good. Pomegranate, all that seeds, right? Apple, pears, pomegranate, apple, pears, pomegranate. Some oranges, you got a bunch of oranges, I see you got seed, right? Strawberry, those are berries, the strawberries is good. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, you know? Don't talk mangoes. You get the mango, you won't see that seed. That mango big as a damn baseball or something. That seed, seed big like a damn softball or something. Yeah, so you can't miss that. You can't miss that seed. You can't miss that. And I always thought about bananas and plantains. What is seed on this thing? So okay, come here. Those are the seeds right here. And I do like this here, do like this here. So but you can't plant this to get no more bananas. I don't know about that. But then the other day, cause I'm constantly researching and checking and studying. My research and my studies don't ever stop. The only time I start researching and checking out things is when I die. Because things in this world today change every time. Don't say the same. Cultivators changes all the time. You know what I'm saying? All the you can buy this apple. Hey, apple got seed, they got seed. Next thing, the next 2 months, they ain't got no seeds. Seeds disappear. They disappear. So you have to constantly check. To eat clean in this world, you have to constantly check and stay on point. Even the fishes that got fins and scales. Next year they may not have any. The same damn snapper, he ain't got no scales now. Everything is flipping. Everything is flipping. Everything. So you gotta stay constant in touch with things that God people to live by and do. You know what I'm saying? So the seeds, I check all the time the seeds. You know what I'm saying? And I always been a great checker on bananas and plants. I always wonder, well, where the damn seeds at? Because that's a seed right there. I put my hand in there and I see it, and it's soft. It's soft. You don't see that no damn seed. That's like the berries are good. The berries are blueberries and blackberries. Those seeds are edible. But the bananas and the plantains are chicken. They ain't got no seed. So I tell my son, I said, use the upgrade network you got there. And go online and see what you find out online. See, some things online I accept, and something I don't accept. I don't accept it blindly like a jackass. Because I got brains and I got wisdom and I got a brain that God gave me to think. Okay? So don't accept it like blind. I don't accept nothing like that blind. Because I'm a teacher. I'm not a follower. I'm not a gopher. I'm a teacher. And I listen to all my teachers. But when I go into research myself, aside from my teachers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, them books and I check it, then, hey, I gotta use my wisdom. So I can go online and check it, and I write off. You go online and check it, well, I don't know. Well, this right, this information I'm getting right here. So this thing is on the seed. Explain to you. He said, if it has seed, but you won't be able to peel the banana and bite into it like that. You can spit out a lot of seeds. Bunch of hard seeds. The seeds of the banana, you can't even. They all know. Inside, right? Outside, they go outside too. Yeah. All over the banana. Yeah. The planting the same thing.
All bananas old. They say the banana trees take too long to grow with the seeds. It takes very long to grow.
So they do some type of mutation business and let the banana grow without seeds.
Little small plants that grow at the bottom of the banana tree, they take it and plant that. When it grows into the bananas that we know. They call it edible. That's the ones without the seeds. Those black seeds be the little things you see inside.
That's why they speak and explain that. Because I'm speaking here by myself, and my site is dim, but I got a research team. He's the head of the team. You could explain to you them young bananas and all them things, you know, it's you know, like, you need a research team. You need a research team. You can't have a bunch of idiots sitting around and reading, studying, and learning. But anybody will read and memorize it. Anybody will read the Old Testament and memorize it. Nigga. That's step one. Step two, let me see you live it. See, this what I got. And I live it, God. I live it. That's why I go into the deep research to find out if I'm doing this right. You know what I mean? You need to do God commandments. That's the research. God said, I give you every tree in which you can put of a tree, even seed. You have to know if it's even seed. You do your research. Because we live amongst a people that don't value what God says. What God says, third grade, don't mean nothing to them. Don't mean nothing to them. And you live amongst them, we buy our foods from them, so you have to value what God said, nigga. And you have to check it out and stop them what people tell you. When you're a dedicated servant of God, you don't go by what man says. You don't go by what man says. And you don't. You don't. That's why I don't drink wine no more.
That's right.
Them grapes, they don't have seeds. No seeds. You don't know. They got the red grove with seeds, red grove without seeds. But then when you buy the wine, it's a red wine, it don't tell you which one that they use. If they use the grove with seeds or without seeds. And I don't want to hear, for what? For what? Some people say, well, all grapes got seeds. I don't want to hear that, son. You could tell that to your grandmother. Maybe she'll listen to you. She won't even listen. You can't feed that to me. All grapes got seeds. And leave me believing heathens. The guy that giving me that information to go against God, talking about the God sees, he's a heathen. He don't regard God's command. He don't care what God said in his God command. So they listening to me. Nah, I can't. I can't do that. I can't do that. You know what I can't listen to? And God will not allow me to listen to him. You know why? Because what? I'm not cut off. See, when you cut off, David said, cut him off from thy truth. You understand, if your leg cut off, you get cut off from God's truth. Do you know how many Israelites are cut off? You get all of them is cut off. The ones in your house are cut off. You cut you off from the truth. But the time you're gonna lift up your heels against your father, your mother, you cut off. Because the truth of God is, he said, honor your father and your mother. You lift your heels up against them, my nigga. You cut off. Now when you cut off, he said, cut you off from this truth. You ain't gonna let this truth. You get it partial. That's why you do the things you do. And that's why when you die, there's a spot for you. I tell you also. Again, he said, all the people, they didn't go down to the lower parts. That's the pit. Again, speak again. But except of my wife. Because I see something different. I see something different. You know what I'm saying? She ain't going down there. Because look, when the time the angel come up in her room and check you, and scare the peanuts out of you. You know what I'm saying? There's something she ain't going. You see, and then when I take down some mama, she say, yo, she told her husband, say, yo, this nigga, yo, ugly. You see? Confidence is terrible. What you want? Same thing. Same thing. So guess what? You, there's someone, you got someone important to do, son. All my other children. You, you, you. That's who y'all going to get. Picked. Unless there's some drastic change in your life for God Lord before you die. And that's where you're going. That's till you're born. Don't tell me you gotta go to work. God ain't got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with that. When Achan put on that nigger clothes, that Babylonian robe, and what a robe is that, right? A bad robe, he said, goodly, right? That's right. When he put that on, he took that to wear that. He didn't even get a chance to wear it right or because he could put it on there in the witness, but somebody gonna see him, and they gonna kill him. So you gotta wait. You gotta wait. He didn't get a chance to put it on just by him just liking it. So him just liking that robe got him killed and his family. And his possession. If he didn't like it, he would have took it. You got to like something, go steal it and take it. That alone liking it, got him killed, and his entire family killed. So watch the things that you like, watch the things that you desire, and dress for it. What can you dress? Because the way how you dress, you understand, will denote the God that you serve. If you dress like the Christian dress, you serve the Christian God. I'm telling you right now. It's like God, nigga. Don't you mean well? I said, well, you're a Muslim? Are you a Muslim? You act like Muslim? You know what you do? You know what you do. What if you know who you are? Your name. But I don't do it by itself. You go back and leave the look. Because I know you got Christians and you got idol worshippers, devil worshippers, carrying the name like him. Carrying the name like him from my eyes. That's the hold you down. That's the hold you down. And after that, you got to come to a backward, the way you dress. You know what? So, hold you down. And you can't dress like that once a week. You think that you're playing games with God. And God Almighty, Josiah, He's the, if you talk about games, He's the biggest game. You don't want to play no game with Him. Because you know what you're thinking. He got you. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're going to think tomorrow. And tomorrow He didn't got you yet. So don't even mess with it. The best thing you can do with this God is join Him and walk with Him. Walk with Him and go by His rule. Abide by His rule only. And your wife, and your girlfriend, and your babies, none of that. Men today worship the woman, they worship wives, they worship babies. You see? You see, son? He gonna fight his wife because he wanna push the carriage. He gonna fight his wife because he wanna carry the bag with the baby stuff in the bottom. The baby bag, son. Okay? So I tell you niggas worship today. What you gotta do is worship God. Worship the Lord. So the Lord showed me His infinite mercy. Lord, have made up my mind to walk upright before Him. And then me and bananas and planting is not good. So I left it alone. Therefore, my diet is berries. I eat berries, bread, and kajle and kala, and cheese. I eat goat cheese and cheese of corn. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna get too much cheese like that mess you up? It ain't gonna mess me up unless God tell me. If God give the cheese command to jam, then I will be jammed. Other than that, it ain't gonna jam. God never read in the Old Testament where you can cheese jam. He didn't jam my forefathers, he didn't jam me. Okay? I mean, Isaiah. That's right. So, that was Genesis 1. Alright, go to 2:24 now. See how long I've been out there, I ain't even get to chapter 1, son. You know what I'm saying? Alright, damn. I can't even get this book done. The one, you could read that yourself, you can read. Hey, go ahead. You find it? Yeah.
Genesis 2.
Okay, hold on. Where's the apocrypha? I don't mean the ones that I had, the old ones from the 60s and 50s. The new ones are the hardcover. What is it? Huh? And look at that one. Remember this guy, you have the honorability to get up and check it as well. You gotta be a father, where's my honor? I'm gonna ask you, nigga, you should be talking about, man. The function with the hardcover that they blue. Yeah. And you're there. The one with that got from, the one with that got is from, when I came in the 70, I found those, you know what I'm saying?
That's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first, that's what it is, from the 40s to 50s.
First one.
Yeah, 50. Oh, evil. I got the money, but they don't have the chapter, you know?
Yeah, the first.
They don't have the chapter, but that's the verse. You know what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
I don't think it's in there, man. I'm talking with the one that's here. Red hardcover. Amen. Huh?
It's gonna be so long.
Listen to me. Hey, the ones I want, the one with the red hardcover,
Yeah, I know. You put it on the house.
ain't none of it. What's up there is the old one from the 40s, the 50s, the old ones from the 40s and 50s, and not up there. Ain't too many hardcovers in here.
It's not inside.
No, it's not in there.
No.
It's not in there. That's why I'm looking at the racks,
That's the bookcase, too.
on the racks.
I don't see nothing.
All right, so when you got a hardcover in it?
Yeah.
You got one red hardcover. You got one?
Yeah, I have it.
All right. Two. You ain't got none else, right?
Okay.
You have a pocket?
This one, mine.
Hmm?
No.
You have a pocket with the red hardcover.
Oh, no.
You ain't got one, Cheryl.
No.
You got it. So it's only you and Shama got one, right? You got one now? And you can keep about it. Huh? Food.
Sorry.
So you're gonna read for you? Huh? Oh, so that's the verses in there too, right?
Yeah, versus.
Yeah. You first talk about focus on what time you should have been that one, yeah? So you're always gonna get that focus, you're gonna get the program down. You know what I'm saying? When I first came out, the first thing I got, focus on my book. You know what I'm saying? I was obedient to my teacher. That's why you see I'm still here, I ain't going astray. I ain't doing nothing aside what my teacher taught. Nothing. What Chief Plan taught. I'm saying his widow wife, when she let a chance to come on, where you come? She come on check. You always get in my heart. William, remember that. And if the son was around, the son would have been your leader. But one son alone, I don't know what they're going to marry. So, I'm saying the rest of the sons passed. Some of the soldiers, you know. They didn't die in the hospital, they died in the street. Calling it out. So they didn't die. Soldiers. You know what I'm saying? They didn't die in the hospital, there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be occupied for war. So the son died. So, that figure to you in Genesis 2:24, right?
Therefore, shall a man leave his father and his mother.
He said, therefore, he said, this is what it is. Now, he said, getting is the bottom line. He said, therefore, this is what it is. Shall a man leave his father
And his mother.
and his mother? What about now? That's here right now. As a man is dwelling with his father and his mother. When you live in the house, you live with your father and your mother. With your father and your mother. The mother don't go by herself, the father don't go by himself. So he therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother. Because God said the twain, we should do twain mean two, isn't that right? He said the twain shall be what? One nigga. You can't turn my wife against me, baby. You can't turn my wife against me, and you can't turn me against my woman. So go on with that. Right? Go on with that. Don't bring that here, man. Me and my girl, even though she wounded, she's sick, right? She wounded, God put his hands on her. And he put his hands on me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we will rock by ourselves, but we will make it. I help her, she helped me. That's it, man. With the disrespect, y'all gonna take it to the Marines. Stop it, man. Preschool and 12, I'm getting to the point. Y'all will kill one of you out in y'all and stay away from the police. I don't care what happened. I don't care what happened. But you're not gonna come around me and disrespect me. Pop junk like you're a killer. I know you ain't no killer. Don't push me. I ain't having it. Whoever not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They call it rebel. But you don't rebel against God. You don't rebel against his parents. You're not that type of rebel. You rebel against wickedness. Against some niggas out there in the street. You ain't that kind of rebel. You rebel against God. You don't rebel against God. I ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got someone that give you breathing. Been water for you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Been water for you in the church, you get breath and whatnot. And then one day, you get hot, tight at you. You don't drink no more water. You don't drink no more bread. Yes, you go to hell, nigga. You can take your water and stop it, and your bread and stop it. And I die the death of the righteous. But to die is nothing. It's just something to do. It's nothing for the righteous. He said, the righteous shall what? In this death? Hope? In this death? You know what he said? If you have hope in your death, you are hoping that when you die, there's some goodness waiting for you. But only the righteous hope for that. So it don't bother me. It don't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It don't bother my girl either. She'll ride with me. She'll ride with me. She'll ride with me, son. She'll ride with me. So you do more for me. After you do that, then you get a partner. I just want to when you're right with her, she's the first to
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother.
He said, therefore, this is what it is. He's saying, therefore, shall a man,
Leave his father and his mother.
Well, this way, shall a man. He didn't say shall a baby. Or shall a kid, shall a child, you know, like a man. Okay, so them kids and babies and child, they don't cover them. When I was in the wilderness, they were babies until they got, they didn't become men until they hit 20, right? 20 or not died. Alright? So when you look at a guy 18 years old, 17 years old, talking about the man you want to do this, then you got kid alone before God is not a man. Before God is not a man. Leave him alone, nigga. Get somebody your size. Get somebody your size. Welcome to you, Brian. Don't mind all that, son. In God I said, what is he? A child. So watch your goddamn self. You can't upgrade the Old Testament to modern time, can you? I think you're still a child underneath 20. You don't mind what you think in your corrupt mind. You really think that way because you are corrupt. You are corrupt.
And shall cleave unto his wife.
Man, shall do what?
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother.
Leave his father and his mother.
And shall cleave unto his wife.
And shall cleave unto his wife.
And they shall be one flesh.
And they shall be one. You leave your father and your mother. Cleave unto your wife. When you get a wife, you know what I'm saying? You leave your father and your mother. When you get a wife, about the thing, you're living in your father and your mother's house. You're not on the streets, you're not on your own. They didn't leave the father and mother and go on their own. They weren't like y'all. They weren't like the people today. People today don't give a damn about their parents. You talk about it, but you don't give a damn about it. Or you will leave them like that when you know they're wounded and sick. Rebecca, her mother was what? Milka. Milka said, well, Milka won't ask her nothing, but Milka figure, well, it's time for her to go and she ready to go. Milka figure, well, you go angry. Milka call her and say, well, you go with this man? She said, yeah, I'll go. They don't do that. They don't do that with their parents like that, sir. They don't do that. That's the difference of the population then, you know what I'm saying? And the population today. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that stayed around them, you stay around them as a help. Is that right? That's right. Not to torture them, not to aggravate them, raise their blood pressure, make them drop. You don't need that as a help. Which means if you're not going to say do food alone, you can do that. You can do that. You hear me all right? But you do. Yeah, you do. You do. You do. You look at them. Too much fun. You know what I'm saying? You can do it. Well, you do it. Make sure that you're tired of hearing the laws of God. You get your head up. They're not babies. They're good. Again, if God said they're good, nigga, they got to go with me. They were the only ones that God didn't kill in the wilderness. He said, I'm going to show you all something. You talking about, I'm going to kill your babies? He said, I ain't killing your babies, I'm going to kill you. Your baby's going in. So I got to rock the same way. And that lessons.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, shall cleave unto his wife.
I mean, so the father and the mother still living together.
Right.
And the son is a man now, you know what I mean? They're still together. They ain't divorced. Was there no divorce or separation? That's a game. Was there no divorce, no separation? None of that. They stayed together and then do a spot. If anything, the woman got really funky. I'm pretty sure this is what the man would do. The man won't live with her. You know what I mean? She gets no more loving. No more loving, but we won't divorce her. That's what David did with Michal. He ain't divorce his woman. Divorce what? God said he hates that. He hates putting her away. He hates it. So whatever God hates, you're not supposed to do.
And shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Cleave unto his wife. Wife is husband, right? They shall be one. You know what God said, I must cleave to you. And we shall be one.
One flesh.
So that means, there's no way a child will curse the father out without cursing the mother out. Because they're two in one. What will happen? The father and the mother will jump you. They will jump you and chop you off. So don't get too confident. That's right. Don't get too confident. That's what God teaches them. He said the father and the mother shall grab a hold of the child in a rat, take him to the elders, right? And they shall stone him. But the father and the mother does this. You know what I'm saying? They does this. So that's where that goes, right? Okay. The apocrypha. The apocrypha. There's only you going to get it. Second Ezra, right? Look in Second Ezra, Israel. Second Ezra 15, right?
15.
Chapter 15.
Verse 14.
No, because that time, so what time is it? You gotta get up all the time. But when you see a situation like this, I am speaking, you never get up. I know usually get up if you get up on Thursday, right? That's when somebody else is speaking and I don't want to get up. Okay? And I speak, you said, well, 12:41, you know, there? 12:41. So, thank you. Okay, coming closer time. 12:41, I got about 50 minutes left, right? 20 minutes and 30, right? 1:30. Right?
Right.
So, Second Ezra, chapter 15, right?
Right.
Verse 14, right?
Verse 14.
I'll tell you what. Read from verse 1. From verse 1, is this an interesting chapter? Read that from verse 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So you read Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1, right? What?
I mean,
You gonna read good back?
change. I might have to ask you.
Okay.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, says the Lord.
To speak, go, speak now down in the ears of my people. The words of what?
The words of prophecy,
Of prophecy.
which I will put in thy mouth, says the Lord.
Which I will put in thy mouth. See, you ain't have to read this and study this now. God will put this in his mouth.
Okay.
God will put these words in his mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's gonna put these words in his mouth. Read on, brother.
And cause them to be written in paper. For they
Cause them to be written in paper. The records now. He's writing it down, making records for the future. Of generations to come, like generations like now. Where you know the people gonna be all dummies, you know what I'm saying? The people not only dummies, they're gonna be jackasses. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be idiots, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be clowns, you know what I'm saying? So he's writing on paper. But you know, among the clowns, and among the jackasses in the world, among the idiots, there's yet maybe one or two, right? One or two. But it's working. That's why he's doing that. Just a few. That's only the few that turn to God with all your heart. If you don't turn to God with all your heart, you ain't nothing. You're just a blasted gamer. We turn to everything else with all our heart except God. So you ain't gonna get it. As a matter of fact, all guys that when you got your spot reserved in the bottom, you got your spot reserved. I got mine reserved too. Everybody go down the bottom. But everybody don't go to the punishment. Everybody don't go there. And I ain't going there. God gonna show me what I gotta do to keep me out of there. He ain't show nobody else. He showed me. And to show me right, I was sleeping and he took me into a deep sleep. Hunger. When I woke up, I'm down there. Who is this place? You know what I'm saying? And the goons that wear the robe and the big hood, they start talking to me. I didn't see their face. When I look at the face, I see blackness. But I heard the voice. So I know that God cares about me. And since God showed me all that love, you hear me, son? Show me nothing but love, son. I know He cares about me. I have to do His will. Though my eyes be dim, you hear me? And my back is bent. Thanks to my wicked sons. And suspend you. And I still do His commandments. I walk in His ways. Because I know, you hear me, son? I know that there's a reward for the righteous. You read the book? There's a reward for the righteous. And that's the reward I'm going for. I have to look at myself as a righteous. Because I don't look at movies like you guys. I don't look at porn. I don't go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? None of them days for me. None of them days for me. The only clothes I wear and dress is the way God wants me. And I only have 3 of these here. That's it. Because I take care of them. I got one that I sleep in. But I don't sleep in regular clothes. That's how I be the regular people. I sleep in my robe. In the case a death angel come and see me at night and kill me in my sleep, when I go up on my robe. That's what I'm moving. I'm not like y'all. My household, David said, is not so wicked. Like we said the same thing. My household is not so wicked. They may have the garments on now. You know what I'm saying? But look here, take what I say as an edification and make it strengthen you and do better. You know what I'm saying? When the sun go down, all you got rolls. When you look at them, it's like, yo, it's fantastic. What do you call them? Okay? Transformers. Oh, look at road transform tonight. Oh, it's right there. Where the road at? And I don't care what kind of job I got. I'm going in my road. I just will make sure I get there on time. I go in my road, take my road, balance, spot on point. And I'm getting to work. But I don't do that. What we do, we make up excuses. We make up excuses to keep us from wearing the road every day. You go about your damn business, nigga. If you're not afraid to play the kind of games with the eternal God and lie to him, and you know you're lying, I am afraid of you. Read it.
And to and cause them to be written in paper.
Cause them to be written in paper.
For they are faithful and true.
For they are faithful and true. The papers are the words are faithful and true. Not the people, the word is faithful and true. Read, my brother.
Fear not the imagination against them.
Fear not the imagination against you. Don't be afraid of what people think about you. Don't be afraid of what people imagine things about you. Don't be afraid of what they say about you. Because monkeys will always talk. The wicked will always imagine evil on the right reason.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
So let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. A word incredulity. Can you give me an answer on that word? Girl over there, too. What's up, baby? You alright? That's good. That's good. Huh?
Incredulity. Unwilling to admit or accept what is offered as true.
Yeah, yeah. Let not the incredulity of them be what is that? What is that?
Of them trouble thee.
Trouble thee. So what incredulity is what?
Unwilling to admit or accept what is offered as truth.
Unwilling to accept what is true. Non-belief. You see what I'm saying? And then again, the nation of Israel is full of non-belief. You see what I'm saying? Some of those stories to get that word, we put the dictionary book. You put it up on that.
I read it.
Yeah, maybe some more words may come up as I want to read. You know what I'm saying? The incredulity. They don't want to accept that which is true. I don't know. And that means all the Israelites, and I read that. All of them. My household is that way also. Yeah, my household is like that. But my household accept what is true. You lay in your garments every day, and you will mend your ways. And learn to respect God, respect what God said in honoring all His commandments. But you only honor commandments that you want. Then you brag about it. Like you're doing something. You're not doing nothing. If you don't come to the 613. There's 613 I can call. Ain't that right?
Right.
You have to call them. You have to call them. 3 in Genesis, 111 in Exodus, 247 in Leviticus, 52 in Numbers, and 200 in Deuteronomy. Added up, it comes up to 613. You take going back to the 10 commandments. You have to honor all His commandments. Not what you choose. Nigga. Niggas and full of game. No, you can't just call the black man a nigga. And now nigga done grow up into another level. The niggas done got up into another level. To the point that you got black nigga, you got yellow nigga, you got Japanese nigga, you got Koreans nigga, you got white niggas. And the worst nigga of them all is the one that got that money. That's the worst niggas. Those are the worst ones. Because they got money. They got money. They run the world. They can make things happen. But everybody's niggas. Niggas have the characteristics of being stubborn, hardened, and rebellious, refuse to hearken to what God says. You won't listen to what God says. So I see, I put myself out of that category. I'm not in that category. I'm different to the world. And so I tell my God, I'm different to them. I ask him when I sin, don't chastise me and afflict me the way you do everybody. Like I'm different. So I humble myself before you, and I will walk in that Lord. I just ask him to show me, because I don't know him all. God showed me. He shows me. With me, okay, shall I read it?
Fear not the imaginations against it. Let not the incredulity of the trouble
Don't care about the imagination. Don't care about the incredulity. Don't even worry about that. I read.
of them that trouble thee, that speak against thee.
That speak against thee. They probably lie jump against you. The people talk against everybody. You know what I mean? Sons and daughters speak against the mother and the father. Brothers speak against brothers. It all go down. You know why? Because they are all assignment for the pit. That's where you're going. That's why you give your father a hard time. You won't listen because that's where you're going. You give your father a hard time. You don't listen to what he said. You put a robe in there. You don't want to listen. You are bent and dressing like them niggas out there. You like looking like them. That's where you're going. If you have got this to all come. You didn't even get a chance to put on the Babylonian gown, did you? You just liked it and stole it. So that's what you get. All you gotta do is you like it. You got something. Reach both of my hands, man. Reach both of my hands to God, man. All y'all getting it. And you refuse to accept the ways of God. You refuse to acknowledge that the ways of God is right and correct. You said the ways of the world is right and correct. You don't get it. You don't get you. I showed you. He gave you garments. He gave you the dress code. You take it and throw it in the garbage. The world do that, you know what I mean? Fall in the bar. Niggas been in tight clothes. That's a bunch of queers. Woman clothes. Some tight pants and all that is woman clothes. The woman used to wear it in the 50s and 60s and 40s. Tight jeans, man. And y'all do married now, man. You got dirty you. Not me. I'm 100% mine. I dress like my God tell me to dress. You know what I'm saying? I heard anybody's feelings, I step like anybody else. That's what feelings are for in the language. That's what I learned in Benazaki. That's what feelings are for, to be stepped on, walked on, and trampled. So if you got feelings, that's what you will get. You don't want your feelings trampled, you ain't got to come here anymore. Watch. Now my wife ready to rock by herself. Didn't get to the worst. I know she's scared. She's scared to ask for things, you know what I mean? But she ain't gonna be scared. You got older. But goddamn, don't be scared, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. When you come, make sure you hit me first. Make sure you hit me first. We will go. We will die the death of the righteous. You ain't gonna live nowhere humbling yourself to your children. You're already in there with a father and his mother, humble yourself to the sons and their daughters. You be humble to God. Please, man. Who is you? Please, brother.
For all of the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. What is that word unfaithful? All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Children are unfaithful, ain't that right? Students are unfaithful, ain't that right? The Israelites are unfaithful to God, ain't that right? Let me see what they say about the unfaithful. He said, all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. What is it?
For all unfaithful.
No, wait, even get the name on here. Shall I get the name on it?
Not adhering to vows, allegiance, or duty.
You see? You won't listen. Not adhering to vows. Really, what?
Allegiance.
Allegiance.
Duty.
Duty. You won't adhere. And your duty is to keep God's commandments. Your duty is to honor your father, your mother, your bastard. So why you don't adhere? Why you don't adhere to duties and what else? Son? Duties and what else?
Allegiance.
Allegiance, duties and what?
Vows.
Vows. And the person that don't like to listen. You're not faithful. You're unfaithful, right? It's like a wife who listens to her husband. That's her duty. Her allegiance and her duty. She's unfaithful. Right? And sons and daughters don't listen to their father and their mother. That's your duty. To kill God and keep his commandments. You are unfaithful. So what is still going to happen to the unfaithful?
Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Go back up and read about the unfaithful again.
Okay. For all of the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
You say all of the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. When this book speaks about dying, he's talking about not this life. Not talking about this life. Everybody die in this life. Nobody die in this life. That's when after you leave you. After you leave you, you're going to die. You will not be quickened. You may not be quickened. You have to raise up. You will not be quickened. That's where you're gone. You're going to the pit. So it means when they die, you're going to the pit. So all the way to there, you're not reading?
Oh, okay. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
We said before he said that, he said all the unfaithful shall die, right? In the unfaithfulness, right? And after that, what he said?
Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
I will bring plagues upon the world. That's verse 14, right?
No, it's verse 5.
Verse 5? This is the second Ezra, chapter 15, right?
Chapter 15, verse 4.
No, verse 5. Right? Okay, read. Verse 5, read.
Yes, sir. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
I will bring plagues upon the world. The plague of God. So, there's no way your mother will pick up the flu, have the flu, and you go in and say, oh man, Eva gave it to me, or I got the flu from him. No, nigga. God gave you that flu, nigga. What's wrong with you, nigga? Recognize and give God dues to him. Give him his dues. Give him his dues. I've been in the house here with you and I ain't called it because God kept it from me. I ain't going to say, oh, she gave it to me. She ain't gave it to me. If she gave it to me, that must be a process. You know what I mean? If you could give somebody the flu, it's a process. They got to show me how you did that. But there's a lot of people out there that I don't like. I'm going to just give them the flu. How you do that? You come from back from God, you damn idiots. Stop giving God honor and benefits to you. Whatever come upon you, come from God. Good, evil, life, and death. You come from God because you're wicked. You violate God's command. As simple as that. Read,
Okay. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
Plagues upon the world is upon everybody. Everybody. They say, oh, flu season. And this flu here is deadly. Plague, that's only flu, sickness, disease. You know what I'm saying? Now they got another disease here, hitting up the babies. Hitting up the babies, family to polio. Family to polio. Babies get it, and they wind up getting twisted and walking all twisted and whatnot. Family to polio, man. Diseases, man. Read, Yeshaya.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Sword, famine, death, and destruction. Sword, death by violence. Famine is hungry. A lot of people die for hunger. Sword, famine, death, and destruction. You don't see all the floods, earthquakes, and all that stuff going on. Sword. Don't argue about you don't know why the police shoot up black kids and black men. Because they're commanded from God, man. These black kids and black men that shoot, they ain't no damn good. They ain't no damn good. So the police, them damn police, whether it's white or black, they got command from God, man, to take care of business. Look at these niggas. They ain't no good. You can't look at the police because they're probably in order. You know what God says? Sword, famine, destruction, and death. That's what's coming from the world. And it's coming from the people that fear not God and keep not his commandments. They're coming from people that hate God. They hate him. He's going to hit them, and he's going to hit the righteous also. Hit the righteous and the wicked. There's no discrimination. He's hitting everybody. Hitting me too. I love God. I give myself to love God. But if you don't talk to yourself every day and say, well, I gotta love God. I gotta love God. I gotta love God. And pump yourself up. You ain't gonna never love him. You gonna love your children, okay? And that crazy woman you pick up, you gonna love her above God, okay? You gonna love all of them above God. The woman too. Yeah, you woman too. You don't even know what the hell she was doing, but you do it before you met her. You don't even know her lifestyle before you met her. But you picked her up, and now you love her. And you don't love the God that got you in all this damn trouble. You don't love the God that delivered you from death. Nigga, you forgot you was sick. Huh? Nigga, you forgot you was going to jail, nigga. You were looking at 25 years. And somehow miraculously, God turned the man, the judge or the prosecutor head around and made him release you. You don't remember that? Now you gonna worship and honor your woman above God or your children? Nigga, you're worthless. And you're ungrateful. And I don't trust you. Read us out.
For wickedness, verses 10. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
You said wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The whole earth. Anywhere you go. And so you got men today, you want to be women. You got men today taking shots to develop milk. Taking shots to make their chest. I can say the breast, let the chest grow like breast, like titties. Like titties, man. And they're getting shots to get milk in their chest so that they could breastfeed, son. This is mad, that's wickedness. Men want to be women, women want to be men. This is straight up wickedness. And the wickedness are populating and taking over the whole earth.
For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole
The
earth,
whole earth, uh-huh.
and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
Yes, God said, yo, I ain't holding my tongue no more. He tired of it. You know what? God is tired of it. He said, I ain't holding my tongue no more, reader.
I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness,
Mm-hmm.
which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth
One
for
of
me.
them says, 14 I'm going to do that. What verse you got to
Verse 8.
8 over.
Okay.
Let me know when, I would know when you get the 14. Okay,
I'll start it over.
no. You're 8?
Okay.
I don't have much time, man. I've been up here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Time is moving.
Okay.
There's a few more things I want to get. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
don't start over. Keep moving.
All right. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit.
Mm-hmm.
Neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cries unto me, and the souls of the just complain continuously.
So the innocent and the righteous blood cry unto people that are innocent and the righteous and the right.
Okay.
They cry to me. That's who I cry to. I don't cry to the police because I ain't no snitch. I cry to God. This is who I cry to. This is who I cry to. Innocent and the righteous. That's what I feel. I'm not innocent before God. I'm guilty. I'm not innocent. I'm guilty. And I'm righteous. Who won't tell me I ain't righteous? There's nothing in that book called the law that I don't work in. But there's laws in there that Israelites know, or people that call themselves Israelites, or Hebrews, or Jews, whatever you call yourself, there's laws in there that you won't do. You make up the excuses. No, I can't do it because. Always because. There's no damn because. You have to make sacrifice. Where's the book up there? Toby. Right? Toby. I read the book of Toby. Toby was a Nineveh. And they was killing off all the Israelites and transcenders. They were backyard. Killing them people in the streets, the dog food. And Toby used to sneak out and go and get the dead and bury them. No? And when he touched the dead body, he become unclean by the dead. Now to get clean from uncleanness of the dead, you need a priest with the water of separation. Isn't that right, son? You need that water of separation. They had that. He in Syria. He's exiled, captive. He's captive. So Toby do that anyhow, bury the dead, and then he go home and still wash. Now he wasn't getting clean from the uncleanness of the dead. He still wash. So stop making up excuses, niggas. You don't choose what God you want to serve. Because you have no respect for God's commandments. You know better. You're going to get it. 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 You know when you're there clean, supposed to, what do you go? Maybe there's something to do. No, when I get home too late, you know, because I'll be so tired. So who comes first? Your tiredness or God's law? Watch. Yeah, I'm a brand. I'm a brand. The God didn't give us, I love God, man. Train myself to love him. I must love him. I have no choice but to love him. Because he's been so doggone good to me. Oh man, I can't see he's been so good to me. When my side like this, my arm like this, because I've been freaking on cold blooded, man. And he didn't kill me. He just did this to me, man. No, man. No, man. God, boy, look here. God is good, man. I love him, man. Look here. I will walk in all his ways. And this way is not wearing together. It's not wearing cotton. I don't see what my father wore cotton in it. Everything I got on right now is cotton. Look, I'm getting rid of it. Ain't that right, so? That you check it out for me. I'm making a switch over. I'm making a switch over. Because some keep telling me, God keep putting in my head, you know what I'm saying? He said, when I make the change over, now me and I give it up all my cotton. By then, when I do that, I'll be walking in all these laws and all these ways. You keep putting it right here. I don't hear no voice. But you keep putting it right here, and you keep putting it right here. So I'm going to put a different spirit. I'm going to put a different spirit on me. But I got to accomplish that first. I got to walk in all his ways and all his laws. And the last chap I got to cover, close. They didn't get caught me now. They didn't get caught. I'm going to get him that. Now that, I got everything done better than me. You know what I'm saying? Everything done. You see? You see, I don't even need the broccoli and stuff because I'm not sure about it. I stick to one. Blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, you know what I'm saying? Apples, pears, you know what I'm saying? And if that get me sick and I die, so what, nigga, I die? God didn't put me in the live forever, nigga. Well, why should I fall in love with life? I fall in love with God and righteousness, man. I ain't gonna get down like that, son. I'm not gonna fall in love with life. I'm be a damn, what's the name of the people? It's just Scientology. Scientology. They worship life, not me. Read, my brother.
Okay, verse 9.
Verse 9.
And therefore said the Lord,
And therefore said the Lord,
I will surely avenge them,
I will surely avenge them. See, all of that you read, brother.
and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
I receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Behold,
Behold,
my people is led as a flock
my
to slaughter.
people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
I will not suffer them not to dwell in the land of Egypt.
But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues, as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and the punishment that God shall bring upon it. So verse 13.
Okay.
They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fall through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. Verse 14.
Okay.
Woe to the world.
He said, woe to the world. Do we hear that? Do you hear that? Now we to prove to you that this God is a different God, the God of the cross, the God of the Christian, the God that the whole world bowed to. He said, God so loved the world. You heard that before, right? Christian. He said, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. You heard that before, right? God don't love no world. That's the God of the Christians, the God of the heathen. He loved the world. Not the God of Israel. Not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He don't love no world. He loves righteousness. He loves righteousness. So he said, woe to the world,
Woe to the world, and them
that do it dearly. And he said, we in trouble. The righteous and the wicked is in trouble. When that time comes, that time is now. That time is now. Why do you think you can walk out there and get shot by a stray bullet? Stray bullet hit you. Where do you go out there? The bus driver get bumped down, bus turn over, run people over, run you over. War to the world, nothing but drama in the world. That's what it is. What you think plane crashes, bus crashes. You know what I'm saying? It's war to the world. All kind of drama is going on now that never happened in the ancient world. You go out there, go to the store, you're going to shoot on GP. And GP for nothing, straight bullet. You know what I'm saying? Bow, hit your head, son. You go out there, you know what I'm saying? You say your wife out there, you can wife go out there, they got a thing on the car broken. You know what I'm saying? Your wife go out there, you gonna come and grab your wife behind, son. Grab your wife behind. Another one out with two hands. You call that groping. You know what I'm saying? Now they're not doing it only to the woman, they're groping men. Yo, because you go to the store and if you look kind of weak or anything, they gonna grope you. You can grab your behind and squeeze it. Come on, man. That's why God said, woe to the world. Someone turn on you. But that thing never existed in the whole world. Not even among the Assyrians, among none of them. That never existed. They didn't do that. Not even groping people by the behind. Next thing they do, they grab the woman by the breast. Grab it and run. And who's the most people doing this? Black, white, or Chinese? Black niggas is the most people do this. Blackies, son. Blackies. We ain't no damn good. We won't listen to nothing. We won't listen to nothing. When we are out in chains, in the plantation, we won't listen to the sailors. We won't listen to nothing. Here, yeah.
Woe to the world, and them that dwell in it. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against the other.
14 and verse, right? Okay. Go to what? 22, right? 22. Go to verse 22, yeah.
Okay.
Verse 22.
Verse 22. My right hand shall not spare the sinners.
He says, my right hand, God's right hand, you hear that? Shall not, you know, baby? Shall not spare the sinners. You hear me? He always uses his right hand. When they come out of Egypt, he spread his right hand over Egypt, over the Red Sea. You don't want God to stretch his hand over you. Oh my God. And then his servant, Moses, he told Moses, he said, what is wrong with you? He said, well, you will be tired. He said, take that rod, stretch it upon you. Moses took this rod of God and where he said, when he did that, these winds started blowing hard all night. Told Joshua the same thing, right? Joshua crossed that Jordan, and he told him, move at them feeling nice. He stretched out to the Jordan. You never rod is there. Joshua stretched forth his spear. He said, stretch forth his spear. Joshua took. He didn't tell him to do it, but he said, stretch out your spear all night. He done stretching. Did Joshua bring his hand down? He brought it down when the job was done. Okay? So I told you, in the book, you'll read the English from me. You read one word, you're going to put it back. Did I tell you put it back?
No.
Okay. Is the job done? Am I still speaking?
Yeah.
So the job is not done. You have to look the pattern in the book that God accepts and what God likes and go by that. He told Joshua, search for that spear. He didn't tell Joshua, stretch the spear all night and leave the other. He said, stretch it out. Joshua said, he left it there. Joshua tied like that. Come on, baby. Tied like that, hand tied. He left it right there. Left it right there until the job was done. So that's what we got to learn. We got to learn that. It's like when Moses, they was fighting. Moses, and let it come out, have his hand up. Have his hand up. He put his hand down until the job was done. The hand tied like that. The hand of her is going to get bricks and put up under there. And make Moses sit down and raise his hand. And just start holding up his hand. But he tired now. He said, I'm down there over there, so no. You know what I mean? They get tired, they gotta sit down. They put bricks on them, Moses sit down right off. Sat down, Moses heard, put his hand up like that, this job ain't done. So, you probably go get something, you get when you do something, don't get it, and then you go put it back, you assume that you ain't gonna need no more. You keep it at your 5 years done. That is righteousness. Read that.
Okay, verse 22. My right hand shall not spare the
What
sinners.
verse was 22? That's the right verse?
Yeah.
Okay. My right hand shall not what?
Shall not spare the sinners.
You read that? His right hand is the hand of power. He will never use his left hand for nothing. For nothing. His right hand. And he says he's not going to spare the sinners. Great God Almighty. You all on the internet hear what God is saying. His right hand is not going to spare the sinners. Which means that you have to make it a job in your life to stop sinning. Not to please your woman, not to please your wife, not to make her love you, you idiot. You look for the love of God, not for no damn woman. She can't give you life, man. You can't give you life. You didn't even, God didn't even tell the woman to love her husband. And he didn't tell you to love your wife. He tell the woman to she and her husband is one. Which means that she and him walk as one. You know what I'm saying? And he tell the man to rule her. Make sure she stay in line. You know what I'm saying? But no, today, men don't give the love to God. They give it to everybody else except God. Even here, men tell the woman, I love you, baby. And then you tell God you love him. Tell God you love him, nigga. And bow down to God and humble yourself to God. I know God loves me. Even though I've been a wretch before him, I know he loves me. Because he has spared my life so many times. And he has spared my wife's life so many times. Because he knows if you kill my wife, I'm going to think what will happen to me. I'm going to turn into an idiot. And everybody that's across me have done me evil, I'm coming to check you. And we were even at the score. Because my wife ain't here no more for distress, so I'm going to step up with the battlefield. Come up in the battlefield. I do what I'm going to get, son. And when you get when the police come, you said before dropping my weapon, be all these court dates. You go to court, man. I go to court. That day will be a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, beautiful day. God see that. God is ready for me to do that. So he steal my wife, right? And I recognize that man. He steal my life. And I recognize it. So I have to have a hard, I am very hard. I'm hard to love, just like you guys. But I recognize it. And I have to break myself. Like you say, you have to break yourself. Well, I break myself and I have to make myself love God. I must love God before I die. Well, I mean,
Okay.
of course, I'm going to do that.
My right hand shall not spare the
My
sinners.
right hand is not going to steer the sinners, okay, guys? You got to stop sinning. Don't forget what I told you now. And the only way to stop sinning is to adhere to the commandments and the rules in the Old Testament, not in the New. Forget the New. The New is a comic book. All right? Forget the New. Forget the Quran. There is no laws in the Quran. The Quran only has letters. Okay? But all the laws that God, the only God of the whole world gave to man is in the Old Testament. And you're going to get with it before you die. Because I raised my hand right hand to God. He showed me the spot down there. There's a spot down there where all the ungodly and all who died in their sin is going. It's not a nice spot. Really.
And my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
Okay, let's try that. Now we're going to go to, what's that? Ooh. About 120, that's 10 minutes, right? Okay, now we're going to go to, we're going to go to, how far do you run? the mother, the son, mother, and father taking the son to the king.
Deuteronomy chapter 21,
Deuteronomy 21, then the verse.
verse 18.
Right.
Deuteronomy 21, verse
You
18.
gotta be God's servant of the living God. I am the servant. If you're not listening, if you don't hearken or respect everything God says, and living it and doing it, are you the servant?
No.
No, you're not. Okay, so you got Deuteronomy 21, right? After that, you're going to you want to hear Psalm 196? You got enough of that, all right? For you to be a servant, you have to listen to everything. So that your boss, you the servant. Boss called you, you there sleeping. 3 o'clock in the morning. So listen, man, you still pull up and you actually empty now. No, it's not really. You don't empty now, though. Get fired. You do your job. You jump up 3 o'clock and you go and do it. You are a servant to Jonathan Litkavitz. And then most of the day, you know what I mean? Litkavitz, the Russian Jew. You're Jonathan Litkavitz. You know what I'm saying? You're a servant to that nigga. But you don't serve God. You serve that nigga. You serve that nigga. You may rip and rap. But if you gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Alright? You know. Don't come to me with that, son. You gotta be a man to make up your mind and serve this God. Be a servant to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You have to be a man, son.
Yes.
Especially in these times. When you get threatened by your bosses that act like they're gods. You get threatened by your bosses. You get demands from your woman. And you live up to their demands. But God demands. You don't live up to it. You think God will open it? But He's just not a God to leave on you like that. He leave you alone. But He gonna get you, nigga. You better correct all of that before you die. And since that we do not know the day of our death, we better start getting together now. Now. Now start getting it together. You're gonna die. I mean, when I say you're gonna die, everybody die. I'm talking about after you die here and you go down to the bottom. That's when you're facing real death. You ever seen? You ain't never. I can't see you guys seen it. You ain't never seen no spirit. Have you? Sometimes you may say, well, I seen never. That's when you get my daughter, right? But you never seen the spirit itself cry. I seen that. I seen it. You see, I was in a coma for 6 months. And I was dying there. After the coma, I was living good enough, keeping commandments, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping in that room. I went into a deep sleep, man. I went up down there. I don't know where is this place, man. I went up there, that's where I was. And I ain't seen it again. I seen Jesus Christ, man. In the spirits. I had me crying. You guys don't know the Jesus. And you don't understand? I always talk about that. You gotta think I'm lying?
No.
What do you think I'm lying?
Very real.
So, all I could tell you, man, is to correct your life, stop sinning, obey God's commandments in that Old Testament. Do not turn on your teachers, especially if the teachers ain't lost their mind. Teachers still pumping, like myself. I'm the last one left. Still pumping. I'm still climbing Jacob's ladder because I don't see who my forefathers in that book wore cotton. Did they wear cotton? Cotton wasn't even a fiber. Cotton was no fiber. Cotton didn't exist back then. But everything I got on right now is cotton. This is not the garment that God gave to my fathers, Abraham. And before I leave this planet, I'm coming out of it. All my rock is living, I'm wood. I'm coming out of there. Starting to change my stuff next month. I already make records everything right now. Flipping it over. I'm flipping it over like I don't want the grand prize. I'm flipping it over. Flipping it over. I'm coming out of these. God didn't give me cotton to you. Cotton is not a fiber. Cotton, polyester, they are not fibers. Yeah, I got a coat and they make polyester in the rest. Yeah, I got a polyester coat, you know. I look at it every day, see the pastor. I'm gonna give it to you too. Polyester pastor. Give it to you. Give it to you. That's right, I can't go down with the polyester stuff. Polyester is just like cotton. God it was polyester. God didn't give them the copy. Back then, they didn't have plastic to it. Huh? So it's not good. Not good. I ain't going down like that. So, yeah, what's it? That's what you think? You know?
21 verse 18.
Deuteronomy 21, verse 18.
Okay. Read that from me, Yeshaya.
Okay.
Deuteronomy 21, verse 18. And then after that, you can read, right? You go to 119.6, right? Okay, what time?
126.
Go after that, have to sit down. Deuteronomy 12, 18, what, 21?
21, 18.
21:18.
Okay. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son,
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious, that's a son that won't listen. You see what it's like? Stubborn and rebellious son. You notice it, right?
Right.
And anybody that be stoned is always the damn son. You know why? Never the daughters. You know why? Because the daughters, they didn't get down like that, did the son? The daughters, the girls, listen to their mother and their father. You hear us, Sarah? The girls, the women and that, they listen to their mother and their father. You hear me, girl? That's why you never read that book where it said, stone her. You know what I'm saying? You had to stone her. Because she listened. The only woman that got rebellious against God was Jezebel and her daughter, Natalia. And she didn't disrespect her mother and her father. Now, Jezebel was just an idol worshiper. And she picked the king Ahab, you know what I'm saying? That he worshiping idols. And after they killed his, Atalia's mother, this Jezebel, Atalia, she robbed. She started riding with the soldiers in that riding. And rolling on naked. And teaching her a lesson too. But the mother Jezebel was worse than her. Because God made the dog eat Jezebel. Ate her alive. So the woman in that book, they were not the problem. The woman today, they're not the problem. But that why you say, well, man, she ain't no damn good, man. My wife, she ain't no good. My girl, she ain't no good. She's stubborn. You get, who is more stubborn than you? Your father and your mother raised you up in this, nigga. And you don't do everything they say. Who's more stubborn than you? You more stubborn than your girl. You worse than her. What the hell wrong with you? Talk Bible them girls. You worse than her. You think give me this damn stroke in your son? Make me hand it to the front like drop you, hear me? Man, yes, my son. Not my daughter. Not Sierra. Not Atara. Not Italian. Fantastic. Leave the woman alone. The woman good. You know what I'm saying? The only time y'all hear me say, I wish I had this place full of women. I don't want these hard-headed niggas and these niggas. I don't want them. They won't listen. They're stubborn. They're highly rebellious and they tight with their money. The women, they'll drop. They'll donate. Women, look at this. What happened? Nothing cheap or what happened, Daddy? Nothing. You know, shoes. She'll get damn shoes. Not these niggas, man. Not the you need to go get a job. You need to go get a job. You know what I'm saying? The woman ain't gonna do that. They're gonna donate to you. These niggas? Oh, God. Read from me, Yeshaya. Who are you? You know Yeshaya.
if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son,
Stubborn and rebellious son,
which will not obey the voice of his father,
which will not obey the voice of his father. That's the ultimate. You won't listen to your father. You won't listen to your father. Because your father not rocking by himself. Your mama rocking with him. You won't listen. I don't care what he tells you. You won't listen. And I'm quite sure that every son today, or most sons today, will not hearken to the father in one matter or the other. You know what I'm saying? And you need to consider that. And look at the penalty for not listening to your father and your mother. Read your child.
or the father, no, or the voice of his mother.
You want all your voice of your mother, which means you say not listen to father or mother. Look and listen to the penalty that goes with it. Read.
And that when they have chastised him
When they chastise him
will not hearken unto them.
They wouldn't opt. All their chastisement would be verbally, or maybe they go upside the head. I don't think they went upside the head. Verbally, or go upside his head. Whatever chastisement the father and the mother put on him, he wouldn't listen. Read it, child.
Then, verse 19. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him.
Then so his father and his mother lay hold on him. Not the father alone, the father and the mother lay hold on him. See? I'll show you right there what they did. That the father and the mother together. Didn't they? Huh? Father and mom together. The mother will never say, what you doing to him? That's my son. You busted him. That's my son. No. The mom doesn't say that. The mother will come and help you take him to the elders of the city. Read that.
And bring him out into the elders of his city.
Bring him down to the elders,
unto the gate of his place.
And to the gate of his place.
And they shall say unto the elders of his city.
And they shall say, the father, the mother will say this to the elders of the city.
This our son.
This our son.
Is stubborn and rebellious.
Is stubborn and rebellious.
He will not obey our voice.
He will not obey our voice, isn't it? And you will look at yourself and ask yourself, if you fit in that category, then you will know what you're rocking. You're rocking with a death penalty. No, not because we can't perform these death penalties over here in this exile penal economy. It's still a death penalty. Okay? God will put it to you. He won't to you. And even if you die before you go to the grave, you're still back in that death penalty. You're going to die that day. You will not be quickened. You will not be quickened. Alright? So, I don't care how much robe you put on, how much you come out there and sit down in the congregation, you're an hypocrite, goddamn self. You're an hypocrite if you don't respect everything God said. You respect what you want. Does that count?
No.
Don't count. You're wasting your damn time. It doesn't make sense to come here. Come on, sit down. You're wasting your time. You have to respect all the commandments. Real, child.
He is a glutton and drunkard.
He is a glutton and a drunkard. You don't come through, you don't help, you don't do nothing. You don't wash your plate, you don't wash your pot. You don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just come through, check in the refrigerator, see what you can find to eat, and he always tipsy and high. Always drinking a beer or drinking a damn Guinness. You know what I'm saying? Always tipsy and high. I can't say smoking acid because acid don't make you drunk. It make you high. And you don't mention high, right? So they ain't talking about it. They ain't talking about it. Niggas drinking booze, beers, high and tipsy. Sometimes niggas get high off their own saliva. Read some.
Verse 21. And all of the men of the city shall stone him.
So he said, all the men of the city. See, when someone is about to get stoned, the word goes out. The mama and the papa don't stone right around, son. The word goes out, and they're at a store. Yeah, they're at a store where they prop this nigga up. Prop this nigga up, right in the store. And he said, who just do this one? All the what?
And all of the men of the city.
All the men of the city,
shall stone him with stones.
Have stolen the stone.
That he died.
That he died. They're going to make sure he died. So if all the men of the city do that, the word goes out that there's a stone. Just like in the Western movie, it says the hanging tomorrow. The cowboy movie. Big event is a hanging tomorrow. Everybody comes out. Everybody comes out. The whole town. So there's a stoning, the whole town come out. It's a big event. And with this, to close off what I'm saying, we're going to shut this down by going to you want to read it? Yeah. I'll make it because I read this piece. Okay, we're going to Psalms 119. Yeah, verse 6.
Psalms 119, verse 6. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments.
Then shall I not be ashamed, as David said, right? When I have respect, you ain't going to be ashamed. You ain't going to be confused. When I have respect unto all thy commandments. That's the only thing that gets you over, when you have respect unto all his commandments. We're not piece of puppet now. The piece in the Psalms. Have you read the Psalm 50?
Psalms 50.
Okay, give me Psalm 50, give me that piece, and I'm going to sit down. Yes, David said, I shall not be ashamed. When he said ashamed, he don't mean like he's ashamed. Ashamed, he means like confused, misguided, out of place, deranged. When I have respect when I would have learned, right?
Right.
To have respect unto all the commandments. You have to train yourself to have respect unto everything that God said. Other than that, the few that you choose to do is nothing, nigga. No, I'm stepping it up a grade. I'm putting on to the God. For God did give us God. But only a man has made up his mind to walk in God's commandments and in his ways will do that. Because wearing cut is not his ways. He didn't give us this. I'm coming out of it. I'm coming out of it. You know why? Because I'm not like the people. I am not like you. I'm not like you, man. I don't uplift myself. I'm passed by all my students. All you do is read, and you have a good memory, and you remember good. But you don't work nothing because you don't practice what you read. You're crap. I don't live like that. You're gonna give it up, man. You're gonna give it up. You don't respect, you're gonna respect the things that I stand up for. And I'm a stand-up guy for God for man. I'm not a stand-up guy for people in the streets. God said, give none to the wicked. I don't do that. God, David said, you take it further and say, I will not sit in the congregation of the wicked, much less to feed these bastards. Nigga that hate my God, you're a turncoat. You turncoat. How could this nigga hate your God? You go and praise heathen, he hates your God, but you look at him on peace out. I don't even trust you, nigga. What the hell would I trust you? God told you don't do that. But you have an idea in your mind, you better than God. That's why all of you are in the position that you're in. You're deranged. You may look at me and say, you're in the worst position. You can't see good. Never mind that. Never mind that. I got a good spot waiting for me when I die. I'm not going where you go. Where you're going. I'm not going there. God, I'm sure. As long as I dash my foot against the stone, none of those things will happen. I will keep walking in these ways. I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Look at me, son. I'll show you that.
Psalms 50.
Psalms 50. Tehalim and Kamishim. 50, right? Yeah.
Verse 5.
Verse 5. Psalm 50, verse 5.
Gather my saints together.
He said, gather my saints together
unto me.
Unto me.
Those that have made a covenant.
That have made a covenant. A covenant is a contract, an agreement that you make, the deal that you make with your boss. You make a contract and agreement with your boss. You honor it so much, and you honor it that you honor that creed above God. Read.
Them that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
You know, made a covenant with God by sacrifice. The sacrifice that we make by making that covenant and making that with sacrifice is the sacrifice of doing the law. Because to do the law, especially in these times, is a sacrifice. It's a big sacrifice. Because people do not go down wearing robes and dressing the way we dress and going by these laws. They honor a different God and they honor no commandments and they honor a different God. So it's a sacrifice to do God's law in these times. Because I'm bent to separate myself from the heathen and from pagan customs. That's meant me, and I've made up my mind to dress this way. To dress this way. I don't make any robes. See, my robes are a bit different. The average nigga wearing robes. And robes come down with that. Come down past my ankle. Past my ankle. That's my father. My father didn't wear midget robes. Like they have starch in the damn thing. Damn thing up here. Like your damn ankle. Oh, you goddamn man. Jumped into the bottle. That's all come root. Was it root? Was able to lay down by Boaz's feet and that right. And took the hand of his robe and cover herself. You can't do them tight ass things niggas be wearing and them young midgets that come up there. You know what you go very good. I go bend up and touch the hand, and I still touch the hand. You know what I mean? That's a robe. Damn thing up there, we didn't hear that. We are in Islam road now. Look at Shem. Look so far. The mom was there. And I've been up here for 10:30 and I enjoyed myself. Awesome. 140, you know? Right, you know, so we go to 1:30, right? So I go past 10 minutes, right? Went past for do 10 minutes. This sort of show you an example what Ben I used to do like that. Right? I'm gonna be speaking about 5 or 6 hours. Then I come home, the next teacher come on 5 or 6 hours. I tried once, man. I tried once. And everybody there on time. You know, come when you feel like, because tonight they're gonna beat your behind, simple as that. You don't like it, you're not gonna take it. You know, your mama could take it. One time I got moved. I moved my face like this. So what? She said, no, I'm not going for that. You gotta go dial in 911 to call the police and stuff. I stopped it. I said, no, baby. It's like this. And, next day, I'm back down this town when I'm going to with them brother. You know what I mean? Now, the next day I'm there. You know what I'm saying? They come to my day shop. You got a day shop? Next time I'm here. When I go up there, I heard the words say, yo, he's coming, he's coming. That's how dreadful that was. Because the things are coming to reach on me. You know what I'm saying? The guy went to, that was dreadful. Dreadful men respected me. So what are you talking about? You still alive because you follow love. I'm being king. For God's king. And I ain't doing nothing wrong with that right now, bro. I ain't doing nothing wrong. Nothing that God said do is wrong. He said your son, you do the disrespect, that ain't wrong. They just push the damn wig back. You hear me? He said nothing about the daughters. Not the daughters, the sons. Alright? Look at Shem. Look at Shem. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, where you at? Hey, my man. Buddy. What's up, buddy? What is it? You're not buddy? Okay, shit. Alright, guys. What's up, Sarai? You alright, baby? That's my girl. Alright, guys. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna make way for another speaker and teaching these. And that's Ishama Mezevi. Shalom Aleichem. You guys, what I told you, right? I'm about to take. Hey, you want to write the submission? You can do that too. It was good up there, you know what I mean, maybe. It's been a while since they worked on rock that long. You sure I did. I rock all night with other stuff.
First of all, give honor and praise to the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, great minded and very God, the most high God, who bestows loving kindness and blesses all things. Remember the pious deeds of the patriarchs, the most high, slow of anger, great in kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, for who by no means is pleaded guilty. Raising iniquities of fathers upon children to the third and fourth generation. The most high is work is perfect for all his ways of justice, God of faithfulness, God of iniquity, just and right is he.
Yeah,
Giving due respect and honor to the head of Israel, Chief Eleazar, to the chief men, princes, brothers and sisters, mothers in Israel, since he was talking about forefathers. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, look at that.
I read in one part of the book, this is what we are supposed to be about. We are supposed to be about the laws of God. And being that we are supposed to be about the laws of God, we are supposed to be studying and looking for things and investigating certain things that are in the law.
That's right.
Like one of the laws states not to eat mingled fruits. A fruit that I discovered that is mingled is grapefruit. Grapefruit is a cross between a pomelo and an orange. Grapefruit is a cross between two fruits, a pomelo and an orange. There are other fruits that are crossed too that we know about. I'm just looking them up, but so far I got it to the grapefruit.
You want them berry straws?
I ain't get to those yet. I gotta
Let me just it's good, right? My baby's a good one, right?
Yes.
Strawberries and blueberries, right? Yeah. Don't eat too much fruit, man.
No.
I get it crossed up.
Crossed up. He didn't like God, the Most High didn't like nothing crossed.
No.
No mingled fruits, no crossed up fruits. Don't cross up the animals. No mingled material. He said, don't mingle up this holy seed. Nothing crossed up. That's why God gave us these laws, these commandments, these statutes to separate us from the nations, from the neighboring nations that we live amongst.
Yeah, you didn't even
You know that?
You didn't want us crossed up either. Cross to other nations.
No.
You don't want
He told us to destroy them and wipe them out. But we didn't hearken to that. We had a better idea. We had better ideas than God. And we started to join them. We started to join them by marrying into these women, by marrying into the woman married into the men, and guess what happened? We served their gods by taking on their ways, their customs, their traditions, their habits, their culture, their traditions, their practices. They started celebrating their occasions. The things they did, we did. We started following and doing. But we read through the book, we never saw or read about no nation seeking out the God of Israel. But we always sought out the neighboring nations, their idols and their gods and their ways. We always sought after their ways. We always sought after their customs and their traditions. Always. That's why the Most High said, wipe these nations out. He said, because these people is going to be a thorn on your side. They're going to be a thorn on your side, man. They're going to be a thorn on your side. Wipe these nations out. Mixed fabrics. Your blankets, your sheets, the clothes you wear has to be 100% cotton, wool, linen, or silk. If you wear anything that is mingled up, we sin by God. That's iniquity. I can only go by. See, the Most High put us in a certain type of state. You know why? You know why God put us in this type of state? This type of state? Because now we have to prove ourselves. We have to prove ourselves that you or I or we don't want to live this way, don't want to be this way. And how we flip our ways and change our ways is by adhering to God's law, is by adhering to his commandments, is by adhering to his commandments, his laws, his statutes, by taking heed. And the only way I can adhere to these laws, I have to read it. Because there's no Moses to go to for him to expound or explain nothing to us. There is no more Moses. There is no more high priest. Now is when the grain of evil seed is sown in me. Sown in me. The grain of evil seed is sown in me. Anything that is sown in, we have to rip that out. And we have to control that grain, that evil, the evil and that wickedness that we have in us with the laws of God by not getting emotional. Because we get emotional, and then guess what? We act upon our emotions. And then when we act upon the emotions, guess what happens? When the action goes forth, you feel bad about it. You're like, hey, why did I do this? Why did I say this? Why did I do this over here? Why did I do that over there? Why? Right? Why? That's what takes place. The grain of evil seed has been sown in men. Not in Adam, not in these men in this book. Because guess what? Their DNA and their natural reactions was law. Was a natural reaction, was law. Now we can make these laws become our natural reactions by doing it and by reading and doing it every day. It starts to become a custom. You start to become accustomed of it, and it starts to become a part of you because this is something that I'm doing every day. So guess what? Something that you do every day, guess what happens? It starts to become habitual, normal, on the norm. You get unclean, it bugs your spirit to go wash. I gotta go wash. I'm not gonna let that sun set if I'm unclean. I'm gonna go in that water and I'm gonna wash. So that I can be clean spiritually in the sight or in the eyes of God. And that's the only way God will accept you, man. Is by taking heed to these laws, commandments, and statutes. If we don't start taking heed to these laws and doing it, take heed to it and do it, we are not accepted. We are not accepted. We can't force God to accept us and to take us the way we are because it's the same God then, it's the same God now. His standards do not change. His standards and what he expects from men does not change. The whole duty of men is to serve God and keep his commandments, keep his laws. That's his whole duty. Not women. Their duty is to allow man or their husband to rule them. That's their duty, not the law. God commanded man to follow these laws because whatever that man allow or command his wife to do, she gotta do it. That's why the Most High, that's why it's not no easy job to be having no wife. Get up and a husband, you have a wife, because whatever she does, or whatever she does that is against or contrary to God, contrary or opposite to what's taught inside this book, he gonna charge you with it. So there's no way you could be my wife wearing jeans. So there's no way you could be my wife eating this. So there's no way you could be my wife doing that. So there's no way you could be my wife doing this. Guess what? Guess what? And then he only expect that from a wife. A wife. I can have a woman, but she ain't gotta be my wife. So therefore, the expectation from a wife or from a woman that I'm dealing with is certain levels. A wife holds high standards than just a regular woman that's not my wife. So I don't have to expect or hold these high standards by this woman because she ain't my wife. You now, you my wife. Yes, you have to be here and teach. Yes, you cannot wear no jeans. Yes, you cannot wear no. Oh, but why you look at women with jeans? That's my business. That's my business. I can look wherever I want to look. I'm not breaking no law. I can look if I want. It looks good, I'm going to look. I can look. I can look. Well, you see, there's levels with these laws, man. There are levels with this. Levels. And people don't understand the level and the importance of these laws. God is one. I only got an answer to is my parents and God. After that, after the Most High's parents. After the parents is me, husband. After that, that's it. But we want God to accept us the way we are. And the way we are, the way I am, the way you are, we have to flip that and change that. And we have to be the way God wants us to be. Not the way you are. Because the way you are and the way I am, we're not going to get accepted by God by being that way. The only way we can be accepted by God, we have to be the way God tells us to be. And the way God tells us to be is all through the book. This is a revamp. This is called a revamp. This is called what? A revamp, reinstall. Because you're coming towards new information. This is a new walk of life to you because your parents did not show you who God was. Your parents didn't show you who God was. Your parents didn't show you who God was. They taught you about the dude on the cross. They taught you about Xmas and Thanksgiving. They taught you about pagan customs, pagan religions, and pagan traditions that the world celebrate and honor, that people celebrate and honor. Now here you go, want to visit your parents during their festivities. Here you go, want to visit these people during their Thanksgivings. Here you go, want to visit, and then you want to accept Xmas gifts. No, you the only people like my mama said, yeah, I had to accept the cards, the birthday cards, and the gifts from my mother, which was Hanukkah gifts. But we didn't give gifts on Hanukkah. Yeah, but I accepted it because my mom started getting sad. That's my mother. Sisters, aunts, cousins, uncles, y'all gonna have to respect my way of life. Make these people accept the way you live. Don't be ashamed to tell these people how you live. What's the boundaries not to cross? How I walk, the things that I look up to, the things that you look up to, we don't look up to the same things. Because I have a different walk of life. That's what we need to start doing, but we don't do things like that. We don't inform our families and sisters and cousins because guess what? In their eyes, this person here is just forcing you. Or you just doing it because. Let me hear you say it out your mouth. Go to your sister and say, now listen, tomorrow is Sabbath. I gotta do this has to be done before the sun go down. Blah, blah, blah. I don't accept that. I can't accept that. I'm not eating that. I can't eat this over here. But when you're around this person here, you're walking one way. Then when I get around on the opposite side, you walk a complete different way than when you're here. So guess what that means? You fronting. That's hypocritical. Those are hypocrites. Hypocrites. You know what I mean? What this is the most I said. What hast thou to do to speak or what? To declare the judgments or the statutes of the living God. We got newcomers that never knew nothing about God telling you that you sin. Let's go into the law. Exodus chapter 20. See, that's the problem today, man. This is the problem. See, the world. We just read it in the Apocrypha. He said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. That's what it says in the Apocrypha. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Which means the inhabitants of the world that lives in the world today are doomed. Yes, we are doomed. And the only thing that will get us out of that sentence to where God doomed the inhabitants of the world is by taking heed to his commandments, his laws, his statutes. That's the only way. And there ain't too many that's gonna do that. It ain't. You can look around and see and tell me who do you see that is pushing up and pushing for God. Vehemently going straight forward and doing exactly what the book said. Every camp that we visit does laws, commandments, and does the Sabbath their own ways. Every camp that you can visit and go see, and you'll see a violation inside of each and every camp. Each and every camp that you go to. They have their own little ways of things that they do on that day. Then you go to another camp, they have their own ways of doing this. But nobody is following after the ways of God. Nobody is reading the book and going by what the book says, word for word. If the book says don't carry no burden, then don't carry no burden. A burden is anything that is carried. That's what that is. You go to one brother, he come to the camp with his book in his hand. You got a burden. You're carrying a burden. So if you're going to come to the camp, that belt should have been at the camp already. That Bible should have been at the camp already. Your food should have been at that camp already. Anything that you have to leave the house with should have been at the camp already where you're going to congregate. That's it. That's it. Let's go read.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Brought thee out of the land of Egypt. First, what? World power. Egypt. And they ended up in Egypt because they sold themselves to be servants because they had no more money, no more cattle, no more nothing. All they had was their self. Because there was a famine in the land. God showed this to Joseph. And there was something in Joseph from a child that God saw in him. From a child. Remember, he went into the dungeon at 17. So how old was he when God made him dream those dreams? He was a kid, man. A kid. And that's why they all looked at him that way and said, man, what's this little kid talking about the sun, the moon, and let it start about? You're a child, listen. That's why you don't see the ways and the customs of our forefathers. Jeremiah said, how am I? He said, I'm just a child. He said, I'm not going to go to these people talking about, thus saith the Lord. I can't do that. He said, no. He said, God said, listen, to say not I'm a child. He said, I send you to who? A rebellious nation or rebellious people. People that don't want to hear or hearken to God. This is, man, you talking about ruling in spirit? You talking about ruling in spirit here? There wasn't that much ruling here. They had to rule nothing there, man. They had to rule nothing there. These people had God embedded in them, man. Rule. Rule what, man? You gotta rule. I gotta rule it.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
No other gods before me. No other gods before me. Which means, listen, we can't put nothing before God, man. We gotta stop putting things before the Most High. Look, people put themselves before God. People put their children before God. People put their wives before God by adhering to their rules, by adhering and doing to what she or he pleases. I cannot please you if it's interacting with the laws of God. We cannot do this, baby. We cannot do that over there. No, we can't go there. No, we can't go over there because I live one way. I'm sorry. I live one way, and this is what you have to accept. If you don't want to accept it, then listen. My heart, number one, is with God. You gotta go. Because I'm not gonna accept what you want me to accept. Because for me to accept what you accept is to serve your gods. Is to acknowledge you above my God. And I can't do that. I can't do that. No, you can't live with me. No, you can't live with me. No, I'm not living with you. Because we live in two different walks of lives. We are living two different walks of life. And for me to live with you is for me to accept your doings. It's for me to accept your ways. I can't live with you. I can't dwell with you because I don't accept the things that you do. Because the things that you do is not correlating with God, with what the laws of God says in this book. So therefore, I have to put a separation. Therefore, we have to put a separation. We have to put distance between one and another. Some see.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Thou
Or
shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Any graven image. But people say, oh, you can have it as long as you don't bow down to it. Nowhere in the book says you can have it. Show me in the book where it says you can have it. If you show me in the book where you can have it, then I'll start decorating my house with images and pictures and statues. I should start doing the same. But nowhere in the book says you can have it. He said, thou shalt not make. Rota I said, because our forefathers made these images. You don't see how long Moses took in that mountain? And the people, listen, snatched up Aaron snatched up the gold from the people and molded a golden calf. A girl maseka, the mask of a calf. The mask of a calf. They made those calves at the ground of Mount Sinai, and they started serving that calf at the ground of Mount Sinai. God's anger glowed. The Mosai got so angry, and he got so angry, and he got so angry that he wanted to wipe them out. But Moses pleaded for the people. He pleaded. Look, when he went down, Moses and Joshua was right there. Met him halfway. Met him halfway in the mountain. He said, now I don't know what's going on in that camp. He said, but listen, I got up out of there. I separated myself from there. That means something. He didn't stay there. He didn't stay there with the people while they was sacrificing and worshiping that calf. Because there is a word name called attend. Anytime you attend, you're celebrating. You're celebrating. If you attended it, you celebrated. So therefore, they had to separate themselves. Nehemiah had to separate. Nehemiah was already separated. That's why he turned to God. He said, man, I wasn't in Jerusalem while all these abominations was going on in Jerusalem. When they made this chamber in the temple for Tobiah. And he's living inside the temple. While they was in there living in the temple, people, women and people, who was men or women, they making wine, trading wine, making wine on the Sabbath. Men of Tyre sitting at the gates, selling fish and buying wares and all manners of burdens. He said, all this was going down, I wasn't here. But when he came into Jerusalem, there was a bunch of madness going on. Bunch of madness going on when he came in. So anytime when you attend, that's what makes you a part of it. That's what makes you a part of it. That's what makes you a part of this celebration. So we have to watch what we attend. We have to watch what we join. We have to watch what we go to. He said, for thou shalt not make for thyself a graven image, a fesel. A fesel is what? An idol. Okay? What is an idol? A likeness of something. But God was specific with these idols. Okay? The definition of idol, a form or appearance visible without substance. You know what without substance is? Without life. Without life. So when we take these images, when we have these images, a form or appearance visible without substance, without life. So this image that I have here is the image of an animal or of a human or any or images or birds or fishes. This thing here has no life. It has no life. What am I doing with a bird, a plastic bird, a plastic dog, a stone standing woman? What am I doing with these things? All these things that God told us to stay away from brings about an evil spirit in the ranks, in the midst. Because these are things, these are abominations that God, these are abominations and things that God detests and told us and commanded us to stay away from. To stay away from. And that's been our problem from the beginning. We always want to follow in the ways of the heathens, doing things and following after their ways. Right? Listen to this. It says, for blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh. Yes, the wood is blessed. Because good things come from the wood. You do good things with that wood. Make fire, build a house. You know what I'm saying? He said, but that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it. Whoever made it, whatever you made is cursed, and the person that made it is cursed. So now, guess what now? We ain't making it no more. We're not making it no more because we don't have the wisdom and the smarts like our forefathers to make this thing here. But guess what we do? We buy it. We buy it and we bring it in the house and we set it up on high. So you are become the same as this image of cursed. Just like that image, cursed. He said, but that which is made with hands is cursed as well it, as he that made it. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called God. Oh, I can have it, but I didn't call it no God. Yeah, you ain't got to call it a God, but you have it in your house. And these are things that God despises. He told us to stay away from images. Don't make it, which means if you ain't making it, you can't have it. That's what it means. If you ain't making it, you cannot have it. I can't buy it. These are things that are detestable in the eyes of God. Detestable in the eyes of God. He said, for the ungodly, the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 9. He said, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike, hateful unto God. So who said God loved the world? Did God love us? Who said God loved us? Who told you that God loved us? Who told you that God loved you? Nobody, he ain't tell you nothing like that. You know why? Because I know one thing, if you're ungodly, he hates you and despises you. So the thing is not to be ungodly. And not how you become godly is by adhering to his laws, his commandments. So if he hates his ways. So if he hate the ungodly, then guess what? If you're godly, he loves the godly. You're good. Because the godly is godly meaning godlike, like unto God. How do you become godlike or godly? By following his laws, his commandments, his statutes, word for word. Not adding it on and not taking away. Not telling me what you think and how you feel. Because how you think and how you feel doesn't count. No. None of that counts. No. You know what counts? What did you just read? What did I just read? What did we just read? What did you just read? That's what counts. That's it. That's it. He said, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto God. But that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation. Because in the creature of God, they are becoming abominations and stumbling blocks to the souls of men and a snare to the feet of the unwise. Anything that becomes a stumbling block to you, it's going to cause you to fall into iniquity. Anything that has become a stumbling block to you is going to lead you into a path that we are not supposed to be in. It's going to lead you into the path, lead you headstrong towards things that is against God, contrary to his laws. He said, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornications, and inventions of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. They wasn't in the beginning. They wasn't in the beginning when God hovered over the face of the waters and darkness was upon the face of the deep. There was no land, no life on earth. It was pitch dark and water, and just God standing alone. He said he hovered over the face, over the waters. He said, and God said, let there be light. And there was light. This is what we need to understand. When we're dealing with the creation of God, when we're dealing with the creation of the Most High, to create means to bring into existence.
From nothing.
From nothing. Anything you create, you bring into existence. It wasn't here. The next thing, land disappeared out of nowhere. When we're dealing with the creation of God, we're not dealing with science. See, what we need to realize is that when all this took place, there was a green. I don't want to hear that. You cannot convince me about no greenhouse effect. You know why? Because you can't convince me about that. You can't convince me about that.
Was created by man.
Right. You know why you can't convince me about that? Because I know that the power of God is over that. His word is over that. And whatever he says, it's going to pop out of nowhere. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen, man.
Damn idiot.
When you talk like that, you take the glory away from God.
Don't bring it to me.
We can.
Nobody here taking away God's glory because you're insulted. You get cursed out.
You're taking the glory away from God. You're taking his you're taking that away. No.
It ain't gonna be tolerated. It ain't gonna be tolerated by the thieves in this house. Because here's somebody I've been bust your head wide open, Papa Brothers and young greenhouse effect.
It says, for neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vain glory of men they entered into the world, therefore shall they come shortly to an end. Yeah. Soon you gotta die.
That's right.
Soon we all gotta die. Why? Because of one command. One command that God gave to man. One command. He said, of every tree that is in the garden, thou mayest freely eat. He said, but this tree that's in the midst of the garden, he said, don't touch it. And don't eat it. And don't eat it. He commanded Adam, don't eat it and don't touch it. In return, Adam commanded his wife. You know what she said? God said. He said, God said, yeah, God told her to. But she found her way in the midst of the garden, desiring after that act. Look, the adversary is something else. After he spoke to this woman, she started desiring the fruit, the tree. You can't say things that's not there. There was no fruit. It just said the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's all it says. She started desiring this tree of knowledge of good and evil. Because the adversary persuaded her and beguiled her and made her desire it. Then what happened? She partook and ate it. Gave some to Adam. What are you doing there, Adam? What are you doing in the midst of that garden with this woman? After God done commanded you not to eat of this tree of knowledge of good and evil. Why were you there? So now guess what happened? Ezra said, he said, oh Adam, what hast thou done? Because you ain't gone alone. Now guess what? The grain of evil seed is sown in the heart of men. From the time when they ate from that tree of knowledge of good and evil, the grain of evil seed is sown in the heart of men. Now it's a fight. Now it's a fight to be righteous. It wasn't a fight to be righteous with these men in this book. With those men, it wasn't a fight. It wasn't no fight, man. It wasn't no war. We gotta fight now. Now we gotta fight. And guess what? According to how you fight is according to how you live. You put up a strong fight. This man lives he lives strong and firm with God because that's your defense. My defense against the evil is how strong I am with God's law. If I don't live by these laws, then I'm not going to have no defense to fight off these evil thoughts that comes to my head. I'm not going to have no defense. I'm going to succumb to it. I'm going to end up falling into it. I'm going to fall right into it because my life is tainted and blemished with the works of my own hands. Because I do things that is contrary to God. He said, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning. The father is afflicted with untimely mourning. He's mourning and mourning and mourning. Untimely, meaning it never ends. Never ending, untimely. He said, when he had made, the father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child soon taken away. His son died. The father went and made an image of his dead son. You hear that? The father made an image of his dead son. Okay? This is for people that think they doing right, but we're not doing right by having pictures of my daughter, having pictures of my son, having family portraits all set out on top of shelves, and then we have them set up high. So now the father is afflicted with untimely mourning. He made an image of his dead son, soon taken away. Okay? Now honor him as a God. Where is the honor coming from? The honor, how do he honor his son as a God? By having a picture of him, by having the image of him. Because we ain't look. He said, now honor him as a God, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. What is that? That's funerals.
I'm tell you now where that honor that picture, I used to do it. I used to do it in South America or something. The picture is there, right?
Right.
For instance,
Incense, candles, they have pictures of them, and that's what they do now. Person dead, they put a picture of them, they have candles, things burning. You got a shrine. You done built up a shrine. Now you're honoring this dude as a god. As a god. He said, thus in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law. An ungodly custom has grown strong, kept as a law, right? And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this, their forwardness, they might flatter him that was absent, as if he were present. As if he was present, which means they made an image of this dead person, of a dead man, and honored him as if he was alive. Honored him as if he was alive. He said, and this was an occasion to deceive the world. And this was an occasion to deceive the world. Yes. We get into certain things to make you go aside from God. We do things that is contrary to God, and all it's doing is leading us astray and pushing us further and further away from God because we refuse to honor and do the things that we read in that book. Not adding on and not taking on and not adding on and not taking on the ways and the customs of these people. So if these people live one way, I can't live like these people, or else God is going to look at me the same. If these people is doing this, I don't want God to look at me the same. So I got to refrain myself from doing what you do. Because God is going to look at you the same as them. Why do you think he said destroy these people, man? He said because they're going to be a thorn on your side. And by God, they are a thorn on your side because we want to follow everything that we see. Everything that they do, we want to follow it. And then guess what? They're going to tell you, I ain't transgressing, brother. I'm not praying to it, brother. It says, for this was an occasion to deceive the world. For men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks an incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God. But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. For while they slew their children in sacrifices, they slew their children in sacrifices. You know what that was? The baptisms. That was the modern day, that was the baptisms. They slew their children in sacrifices by taking their sons and burning them to that fire god. Burning them to that fire god. Right? It says, or use secret ceremonies or made reviling of strange rites. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. We defiled everything. We defiled our lives by going contrary to God. We defiled our marriages. We defiled everything. Everything that the Most High ordained and had pure, we defiled it. He said, but either one slew another treacherously, or breathed them by adultery, so that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good terms, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. And that was the problem with Israel. We had a problem. We always wanted to get into these people's gods and serve their gods. The first thing they did was wanted to run back to Egypt. The first thing they did was made a golden calf, which means they did not leave off from their past. They didn't leave off from their past. You know, we have people that sit down in teachings, Sabbath teachings, and still have Jake, the dude on the cross, in the back of their mind, because they ain't 100% leave. That's why they easily can leave off from here. The next thing you say, oh, where's brother's brother? Oh, man, he ain't doing this no more. He living one way now. He never left off. Oh, where's this sister? Man, she ain't living this way no more. She doing that now. She never left off. I met some sisters that came into the way of life with men that were Israelites, brought the woman in, and guess what? They got divorced. He went his way, she went his way, and guess what? She still remained doing law. She still remained doing law. One of the sisters' name is Zakia. I gotta mention her name. I give her props because that's not natural. That's not the natural way. Most women leave off and go back. and go right back to what they was taught, to what they know best, which is paganism. Paganism, and what their parents taught them. Yeah, she moved outside.
You know what? You know what? The husband says things like that, you know? And she said, do something.
Yeah, because you know.
Because you?
Yeah.
Want to do something?
Yeah.
Oh, she wasn't that. What is that?
Right.
She stuck with the mom. She stuck with our camp.
Yeah. Thou shalt not make for thyself a graven image, nor any form, nor any form, nor any form, meaning we're called Timuna. Timuna is a picture. Timuna is a picture. A picture. He said, thou shalt not make for thyself an idol, a statue, or a bust, nor any picture or image that is in the heaven above. So what's in the heaven above? It's plain and simple. It's plain and simple. The laws of God is not hard. All you need is a made up mind to do it. So once my mind is not made up, then that's where the block comes. That's when the buckling comes. That's when the stumbling comes. Because you ain't made your mind up. I can't make your mind up for you. All I could do is show you and tell you. Now it's up to you to make your mind up. It's up to you to discern and decide what type of life you want to live. Do I want to live these laws, or I don't want to live these laws? Do I want to keep these commandments, or I don't want to keep these commandments? Because guess what? You have to get yourself in a way to where if you stay home, you feel weird. You feel weird. You feel out of place. If I'm home and I ain't keeping no convocation, I can't stay home. It's bugging me to leave this house and go. That's the type of spirit and feeling that you have to. Yeah, I can't get that them feelings for you. It has to bug you like that with all his laws. We have to get that way with every law, not just one. We have to get that bugging feeling that urges you to do the things that is lawful and right. And we ain't gonna get there sinning. You're not gonna get there breaking the laws of God habitually, presumptuously, because all these things becomes a habit. We keep breaking and breaking and breaking and breaking. Now, well, guess what? Now there's a breach in my spirit. Now there's an opening, a welcome mat for iniquity to come in. Now there's a welcome mat. I welcome the adversary to come in most of the time. You know why? Because I done did this here. Now it's a domino effect. Now this is going to happen now. Now this happened to me because I did that there. Oh, this happened over here because I did this over here.
Yeah, I didn't even stay home if I was sick. Fever, sick, I go to camp. One time I stayed, I didn't go, I was hospitalized. And that, nothing keep me down. So I forgot, I'm among Christians and they don't beg me. Nothing could beg me. Nothing. Where I live. Wherever I live, it when they beg me. They don't mind if I do or die. You know what I take, she gonna do what I say. You're gonna be a hand inside the house. You're gonna think the devil himself in that damn house. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm conforming to no broad. If it's broad, conforming to near one of them. Do it. Because I'm about you or your damn children. Children going to be making a diarrhea anyhow. Don't conform to nothing, son. And this is you conform. And that, I'm rocking off.
One of the things, you see, we gotta recognize something. Maaseh also means business. And when you look up the definition of business, it means affairs and matters. It means affairs and matters. When you look up affairs, it means concerns. Concerns procedures, actions, or occasions. When you look up occasions, occasions mean special events, ceremonies, and celebrations. So my special events is new moon. My special events I read in Leviticus 23. If, if the special event, if the special event that you is observing, so the special event that you is observing, if you don't read it in Leviticus 23, and you are following after the ways and the customs of the heathen. Because I never read about this event. I never read about this event that we celebrating. I never read about baby naming.
No, they don't do
I
that.
love to see. But no, wait, but no, I didn't read about none of that, man. I didn't read about none of that. I didn't read about none of that, man. So we have to keep this according to what we read in the book, word for word, word for word, word for word. Not adding on, not taking away. Don't tell me what you think. Don't tell me how you feel. Word for word, man. Why is that so hard? This is why it's so much separation. This is why we separated. This is why we separated. This is why we can't come together as one. This is why we separated. This is why we can't come together as one. You know why? Because every camp you visit have a different order or different way of the way we want to serve God and do His laws. One way. It's only one way, man. One way. And the only way that I read about is inside the book. Right here in the book. That's it. Any other way, if we ain't read about it, it's not it. We can't accept it. Nowhere in the book says you can have this. But yet, we want to say, oh, I can have it as long as I don't worship it. Where you read that at? Oh, I can have it. I'm not worshiping it. Where in the book say you can have it? Just answer that question for me. Where in this book states that you can have this despicable image?
Yeah.
Show me where.
Okay.
He said, don't make it. So if God, this is common sense. So if God said, don't make it, if the Most High said, don't make it, if I can't make it, you know you can't have it.